Oops. Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another stream. Oh my goodness, are we all excited? Let me check all my alarms are turned off. Alright. Why am I more zoomed in? Am I usually this zoomed in? I don't know. It is what it is. Where am I? Alright, me. And Kyle Entertainment is already here, calling me late. But yes, today we are here to talk about mainly Chainsaw Man, okay? Because I don't even know how I got to this point. How did this happen? I think Kyle messaged me today and he's like, are you streaming? And I said, yes. And he said, do you have a plan? And I said, no. And he said, we might be able to do Chainsaw Man reactions or something. So then I went and I sat down and I planned out. And I realized, you know what? I just realized exactly what I was meant to do. Wait. Yeah, I planned out a bunch of stuff about Chainsaw Man that I want to talk about. So we'll see. Anyway, I can't believe I completely forgot what I was meant to do. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. Why would you want to turn the alarms off? Because they get annoying if they keep going off every 9 minutes. But anyway, we start off with Twitter today. So let's go all the way down. I don't think I've done much. I think we already talked about all of this. Oh, I finished Factorio. So I don't know what to say, you know? Maybe one day I'll do a stream like I did my Minecraft stream or whenever my Minecraft world. Maybe I'll do the same thing here. Maybe I'll just record a video and show off my Factorio world. Did I ever do that for my Terraria world? I don't remember. I don't think I did. But could be an idea. Why did this just scroll me all the way up? All right. What else have we got there? The cool wizard, the software wizard will now install your software. I like this. Really cool art. We have Wanda or the Scarlet Witch or whatever. I don't know what the difference is really. But why is it saying this? I don't know. Am I logged out? Oh, no, I am. I'm logged in. Anyway, that's all I've tweeted. That's basically it. Did you watch the new Footy ENT upload? I need the views. I didn't even know there was a new upload. Great. I'm not watching it. And I don't recommend anyone watch it because I don't like sports and I don't want it to become more popular in society, you know? Okay, we got links. Kyle's already in the on-stream thing. Is there anything I need to talk about before I talk with Kyle? I don't think so. What's happened recently? On Ordinary Aria, we've got nothing. But don't worry. I'm sure my digest will come out any day now, okay? When I get the time. But what is certain to come out very soon in the next... I would dare say the next few days, but who knows? I guess it could take a while. And the reason digest has been delayed is because the new scripted video is coming, okay? Don't worry, I promise you. I'm very close. The script is... you can never tell how far a script is, but I think this one's like pretty close. So we'll see. Expect that in the next few days. But yeah, Mr. Gems is saying, hi Ari, I'm going to work, so unless you're streaming in like 2 hours, I will not watch. Well, I probably won't be, because I typically don't. And Heath is here, dabbing, thank you. So today will be Chainsaw Man spoilers. So if you're here and you haven't read the Chainsaw Man manga, maybe you're an anime only who's excited for the movie coming out in like a week. Well, not a week, I guess. It already came out today, but coming out in like 4 weeks or something. 5 weeks in Australia. Then get out of here, okay? Because this is all for the spoilers. You're going to find out exactly what's going on with Chainsaw Man here. Oh my god, our latest Chainsaw Man video is popping up 2 out of 10. I did see it was getting a lot of views. Whoa, what just happened? Why did Chainsaw Man pop up here? That's crazy. Oh my god, 150 views. Barum. Yeah, we got comments. We got this dumb comment. They're not actually dumb, but it frustrated me because even this is not true.
But the time before that,
basically we're talking about when the last time that there were doors to hell, and they say the Falling Devil arc. However, I'm pretty sure there were doors to hell during the Aging Devil arc at some point. Okay. Anyway, Nuke Devil. Also, I don't think it's the Nuke Devil. I doubt it. But I have some theories as to who he could be. But we'll go over this soon. Where did I paste it? Oh my god! Wait, before I go to the Discord. We got some Chainsaw Man theories, okay? We'll talk about it. Alright. Hello there, Kyle Entertainment.
You haven't caught up yet, so you gotta be silent for me while I watch. Oh, I got up to the part where you joined.
Well done, okay. Let me adjust your volume. So what brings you here today?
Oh. I love Chainsaw Man.
That's right.
And also, I was supposed to re-record a line for my fucking video, but EliteAri took 7 hours to fucking stream, so I already did it, and the video's already up. Can you believe that?
That is right. I took a very long time.
I came into the car, set everything up, recorded one line, exported it, brought my USB stick with me. I put it on the USB stick, I went back inside, and that was like an hour ago. So, I left the laptop in the car earlier. If you stole it, you would have had $1 million.
That's right. Well, I was busy just rereading parts of Chainsaw Man, like thinking about theories. It's not very good. I don't have any strong conclusions. I have a few things that I think are interesting. Not really at all, though. I guess for context for anyone listening who doesn't keep up with our weekly Chainsaw Man things, Kyle has reread, I don't know, like 60, 70% of like Chainsaw Man Part 2.
About 70 chapters or something,
Yeah, so he's read a significant amount of it. I have not reread anything, so I don't have much context. I've just read every now and then. I go back and read a chapter to get some clues and stuff. But yeah, so what do we want to do? Do you want me to just like go over my notes and you can tell me what you think?
It's fine, EliteAri. I'll just look at our icons in this call,
All right, give me a second. All right.
Oh my goodness.
Very cool.
Now I can see with my own little eyes. Now, EliteAri made a PowerPoint presentation. That's my thing.
Yeah, I did. I am inspired by you, of course, in all regards when it comes to video making.
Sure.
Anyway, Chainsaw Man speculation. Oh my goodness. So basically the way I've structured this is that I at the beginning, I was like, what are some things that I think are like open-ended plots or like, certain like mysteries that are unresolved and things that we don't quite know, motivation, stuff like that. So I have like maybe 7 or 8 of them. Some of them are like completely pointless and there's like probably never going to be an answer, or maybe there is an answer already and it's just boring or something. And some of them are much more substantial, I think. So yeah. That's what this presentation
and also,
is.
we would like to say hi to the EliteAri channel.
Yeah, we'll see. It depends how this discussion goes. Maybe, maybe not. The first thing is, of course, Us's dream. So this is something...
The biggest one.
Yeah, this is, like, I would say there's like a 99.9% chance this has to come back somehow. Because it's been referenced twice. So, I guess to remind everyone, this is back in chapter 110. I'm running... Wait, where is it? Did you hear? Supposedly Yuko got away, but she still hasn't been found. And then there's like a little feather falling, which is apparently, I'm guessing, related to these chickens, which have heads, by the way. They're not like Bucky without heads. These ones have heads.
They're representative of Bucky.
They are probably. But Usa says, it's that dream again. I'm running down an alleyway for some reason. The ground's littered with dead chickens. At first, I try not to step on them, but it fills up with so many bodies that I can't avoid it. Then there's darkness ahead of me, and then I always wake up at that part.
Oh my god, EliteAri, it's the Darkness Devil at the end of this most recent chapter.
Maybe. So, yeah, I guess the interesting thing here is that Denji's dream was about his dad, and also it was about something that happened in the past. So this almost certainly... That he'd forgotten, yes. This almost certainly has to be a reference to the past. Like, I don't... But it also makes it feel like it's like something that's hinting at what's going to happen in the future, right? The fact that there's always darkness at the end and she doesn't quite understand what's coming.
It's got to be a reveal. It's got to have some impact.
Yeah, it does. It feels like it has to have some... I just don't know what... Like, I didn't even have a theory for this. I'm like, I don't know what could be the impact.
Is it possible, EliteAri? And I think I thought about this, but never said it in our most recent discussion. Is it possible she pushed her mother, and that's why her mother, and she didn't trip, and her tripping gag the whole time has been a lie? Now, that would be a betrayal, EliteAri. But that's just because Denji's was about him killing his dad?
Yeah, that would be interesting. Okay, this is actually something, I think I have like a separate section on it, but I don't have any notes, so I'll say it here. Another interesting thing is that I need to go back. I didn't have enough time, but do we know anything about Usa's dad? Like, I don't know if he's even mentioned at any point.
No, I don't remember.
Yeah.
Because we see her mum kind of die,
we
right?
Definitely, yeah, so we definitely see the mum. She gets hit by a car.
It might be mentioned that, though I thought she was like stepped on by a devil or something.
No. The tornado, the typhoon devil's wind blows the car and it like hits her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It might say as they're running away, your dad already got squashed. We gotta go, or something like that.
It's certainly possible. I just don't remember it.
You think I can find this chapter?
I would guess it's chapter 100 and... I don't know. I have absolutely no idea. 109 or something. 106. 106. I think it's that. I have no idea, but I'm gonna guess that. Anyway. This is the first, appearance of the dream. There's one more, but now there might be others. I just happened to find this when I was going through.
Oh my god, I was going to say, you didn't even get all the other ones?
I only got one more, so if there's others, I have no idad. But it's basically when,
I saw this one.
When they're being transferred into the aging devil's realm, basically, by the aging devil. She, like, Yoro is kind of like, getting sent into this black void, and then suddenly Asa is running. We don't know if it's Asa, it could be anyone, I guess. They're running in the dream. It says, oh, it's that same dream again. A dream? When did I go to sleep? So it's interesting. We don't see her go to sleep. However, one other thing to keep in mind is that this is a different alleyway. There's no chickens on the floor. And the last time, well, I'm trying to think. If I'm remembering correctly, now I could be wrong, and maybe it came after this, but I'm pretty sure the last time they were in an alleyway was the jerking off chapter. So she might be thinking it's the dream here, but it's actually a reference to that. So I don't know.
Probably not. That alleyway was like distinct.
I don't know. Because that alleyway looks like every other alleyway.
Because of the connection to the dreaming stuff. Because she wakes up after this in the realm, and it's like, how did I end up here? Like she's all disorientated. I think Denji has a dream also that chapter. As he
I actually don't remember, but that would make sense. Well, then why would you have the same? I was gonna say, why wouldn't you have the chickens on the ground? But then the idea would be that maybe it's to misdirect the audience to go like, oh, what's going on here, until she realizes it's her dream.
Well, are the chickens there at the beginning, or does she run down the alley and get the chickens, or are the chickens falling?
So the first time in the actual first clip we see the feather first of the chickens, then we see the actual her running and there's chickens immediately. So it's like the chickens are like central to,
Now we got the old white background there on the feather. Is the feather in falling, or is it on the ground? Big question.
Who knows? Yeah, it could be anything. I got no idea. I would guess it's falling, but you never know.
You were wrong about the chapter number, by the way. Don't worry, I'm scrolling.
Am I actually? 110?
You were wrong. You said 106, first of all.
Oh, 106.
Oh, no.
Okay.
I'm talking about your guess for the thingy.
All right, I don't know. I think it's the chapter is probably called like Save the Cat or something. Or maybe that's the one after it. I don't remember.
It's probably not the one called Denji's Dream, huh?
It's before Denji gets introduced. This is like back in before Denji was in the story, so it'd been the first one.
Oh, it
maybe
might have
105.
been 101. No, it's not the third chapter. Don't be ridiculous.
Mm.
Hold on, I'm scrolling.
Yeah.
This has one of the it's like a manga character jokes that Fujimoto does every 3 seconds.
Mm-hmm. That is true. I think that's the one. Yeah, I'll find it.
What are you finding? You ain't finding nothing.
The chapter. I'm gonna find the chapter number.
No, I'm finding the chapter.
No, I'll find it much quicker.
ChatGPT can't outdo me. No, I went through that one.
Yeah, it's 102. She gets hit by the car. Wait, what are you even looking for?
The car thing?
Yeah, she gets hit by the car in 102 called Save the Cat. I knew it was this chapter.
Well, I'm on chapter 99 right now, and I didn't see it.
All right. Okay. Should we just move on?
Oh, it's when she gets knocked out. I skipped this one because this was the Denji introduction one, and I didn't think it would be in the same one. Anyway, we were looking for something specific. Is the dad mentioned?
Yeah,
I always trip at a critical moment. We got her. She's got birthday cake. She slipped over. Relay race. She slipped over. Her mummy is running from the thingy. She goes to pick up a cat that's got a broken leg. She slips over. There's no dialogue at all in this section until afterwards. No mention of any fathers. So that settles that debate.
Yeah, so that means that she must have killed her dad or something, and that's what the darkness is.
Denji's father is her father, and Denji killed her dad. And they're siblings, and they had sex and stuff. Fire.
You know what? It's not impossible.
They're the same age.
But there's no way, right? No, I don't buy it. But it's definitely not impossible.
Denji's dad was a bum, and it looks like Asa's mum lived in suburbia. And also,
True.
Denji lived like in a town far away or something.
Amen. All right, legendary live stream pool. True. Okay, that's it. Okay, we did it. Asa has a dream. Can you believe it? Oh my goodness. Okay, next up, the Great King of Terror. So basically, what's gonna happen next chapter? What's this big thing that's coming down? We're all fearing it. Is it gonna be the Darkness Devil? Is it gonna be what I have here, which is the Fear Devil or the Terror Devil? Because when I was reading, I was like, man, like, what is something? I guess I should have put this toward the end of these slides, but it's very clear that the goal of both, like, public safety and of family is to kind of make a world where humanity thrives. And And the way that you would do that is kind of by erasing either the concept of devils, so why I got like the devil or the devil man or something, or the concept of fear, because fears are what create devils, and fear is what creates war and like stuff like that. Or terror.
Smart.
And like the terror works as well, because it's like it could be a misreading of a prophecy where it's like the great king of terror will descend, when the idea is that it's actually like the terror devil is like descending or whatever. Like I feel like just even when this crossed my mind, I'm like, man, I really feel like this is the case. So I'm locking this in. I think it's gonna be the fear devil or the terror devil, because it also like ties into like what could be scarier than like death, because like the fear is kind of the inherently scarier, and
it's too abstract to be a devil that's that strong, right?
I don't know. The devil could be strong.
Being afraid.
I agree, but also Chainsaw Man is really strong. So if Chainsaw Man's really strong for no reason, I could imagine the fear devil being really strong or something.
Yeah.
That could be
the other thing is the word EliteAri, you need to know Japanese to answer this question.
Oh boy.
The word for demon or whatever, or the one they used in Devilman
Akuma.
Crybaby that I remember. Yes, Akuma. Is that the same world? Because there's demons and then there's devil or the devil. Like, does Japan specifically have a word for the devil? Is devil, or do they just call it like Satan because it's like an English thing? Or because Rio is called Satan. I don't know if he's called Satan. I don't remember if they say the word Satan in the Crybaby show.
So War Devil is Senso no Akuma. So devil, at least in War Devil, is Akuma.
Yeah.
What's the other one?
But does Akuma means like, would that refer to the devil in the Bible? Or is it just a thing where the English words
thank
are
you,
the same?
ChatGPT. Let's have a look. Okay. Suppose...
Now, this is only relevant because I want to make a joke about how the devil is he going to look like Satan with red horns and red skin and look like the Futurama guy. Now, that was a scary fellow, EliteAri. You love Futurama. You know what I'm talking about.
I have no idea what you're talking about. If you were Japanese and reading the Bible, the appropriate Japanese for devil would be Akuma. Well, I don't know, I guess that. There we go.
Then what's the word for demon then? Or are they always calling them devils in Devilman? Because I feel like they call them demons in the manga we read.
Devilman.
That was also an unofficial... No, it was an official translation.
What's his name? Not Ryu. What's the main guy's name?
Akira.
Oh, Akira, obviously.
Fudo.
How are we gonna figure this out? What do they call him? Okay, just... What is
Devilman can't be Demon Man. That's way lamer.
Devilman from the Devilman manga. Debiruman. Okay. Well, it is what it is.
Now, what did that teach us?
It taught us... I have absolutely no idea. It's up to you to decide, I guess.
Devil hunters are called devil hunters in Japanese, not demon hunters. Now, what does that mean?
Well, there's devil hunters in this world, and maybe they call devil hunters. I don't know.
Public safety call themselves devil hunters or demon hunters? Devil hunters, right?
Well, in English, they're definitely devil hunters, right? But in Japanese is what Marvelous Guy is saying. I don't know. I'm going to assume that devil and demon are the same thing, and there's just like some Japanese word for the same concept, because they're like basically the same concept. What is the difference in concept? I guess it's like...
Well, because the devil is Satan. And you wouldn't say that he's got a bunch of little devils that are his underlings. They're a bunch of little demons. Or fallen saints or whatever.
Yeah, sure. That's interesting. Demon Slayer uses the...
And there's also... I guess this is a larger like Chainsaw Man lore question about like, is there a literal Satan in hell?
There's no way.
Not.
I would bet there's no way. Unless
but it
it's
would
like
be
Chainsaw
cool
Man.
if he was the strongest guy. And, unless Chainsaw Man is the Satan devil because, he's the coolest fucking guy.
Yeah.
But how do those chainsaws come into it?
The funny thing is, there is almost certainly like the devil or whatever. Not like the devil, but the devil of the devil,
yes.
The fear of the devil or whatever, which is,
which could also be extincted to win us Chainsaw Man in the last chapter. That would be cool.
Yes. Awesome stream, Ari. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Oh my goodness.
So many EliteAri fans today.
Yeah, this is fantastic.
Bring Mr. Gems back.
Yeah, so who knows? Who's this great
Demon
king of terror
Slayer
gonna
uses
be?
the kanji for oni in it, says the
Yes,
great Heath.
indeed. Now I wonder what that means. If only we knew Japanese. You know?
Onigiri. That's a thing that
Yes,
Zoro uses in
Oni-san. It's
One
like,
Piece.
yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, we've had other theories about like what the Great King of Terror will be as well. Like it could be a, it could
But don't they
be.
literally say it's Fami?
Well, no, because they thought public safety thought it was the Death Devil, but they didn't know the Death Devil was already here.
But then Nayata said it was the Death
Yeah,
Devil, didn't she?
Nayata said, "Oh yeah, she's our sister, the Death Devil, or whatever." So Nayata thought it was the Death Devil because she didn't realize Fami was the Death Devil. Fami, I think she basically says that her powers were gonna activate, but also like
Involuntarily.
yeah, involuntarily. But also she kind of seems a bit unsure about what's gonna activate it and what the whole stuff that's going on there. So maybe there is like something she
Fami's
doesn't
a
quite
faker.
understand.
She's got contacts in.
Do we know that she's the Death Devil, like for a fact? No, she has to by
No,
process
of
of
course not.
elimination. Yeah. No, well, we know the Control Devil for sure. Well, yeah, for sure. We know the War Devil for sure. Famine Devil calls herself the Famine
Do
Devil.
we?
We definitely do, yeah.
I mean, Yori just says it a bunch. She could just be
well,
like the Weapons Devil or something.
but she gets stronger when war is more feared.
But
I
the
don't
weapons would too at the same time. I don't know. Probably not.
And she's also too dumb to keep up a front like that. I think that's the main thing.
Yoru was just tricked into it. But probably not. The because Fami is her mouth is agape at the end of our most recent chapter. So this could just be disconnected. Maybe this is Yoshida's plan and public safety's plan to like the strongest devil they know is the darkness devil because they fought it one time. So maybe they're trying to summon it to kill Fami. I guess that works. Wait, because Kishibe didn't go. He was outside, but Quan Chi did go and could have told him about it. So that's fine. Did anyone else survive besides Denji? Because
what, going to hell?
Now. Yeah.
Like till this point. Oh god.
Yeah. Aki died. Power died. I don't think so. Oh, no.
Did the Spider Devil die? I don't remember what happened to the Spider Devil.
The Spider Devil definitely died. It died like right as Makima popped out, I think.
Well, she unzipped
it. Did Kobeni
go?
She can't have because she has all of her arms, right? How did Kobeni exit? Because she's
Kobeni wasn't there.
Which is at the beginning of that arc.
Well, you know what? Darkness Devil. Let's have a look. What chapter?
Oh, look at this fella.
Chapter 64.
What a feller.
All right. So all of Quan Chi's friends are gone. So Ping, Steel, whatever. Power's dead. Who the hell is this?
The public
Stone Guy.
Wait, Stone Guy.
Yeah, rip. Who the hell is this? Who's this?
He was just
some guy. Okay, he's probably dead. I assume. Wait, it would tell us, right, if he's dead.
Well,
oh my god! Reveal status. Deceased. Rip. Okay.
R.I.P.
Angel's gone. Aki's gone. Quan Chi was there. Well, I guess she could lose arms and get him back. Yeah. Yeah. No,
Darkness
you're right.
Beat her up. It was scary.
Yep. Long is gone. Violence is dead. That was sick there. Oh my goodness. Kobeni was there.
Did violence protect her? Is that what happened? I'm getting a chapter up. What chapter did we say?
Wait, here we have a picture.
60.
I don't think Kobeni's there. Maybe she... No, she... Oh, wait, she is?
Oh my god, 66 was almost absolutely correct. I'm a fucking goddamn genius. I'm looking at the Spider Devil dying here.
She actually is
and
there.
And Makima showing up. God, his first page is so fucking cool. Where the Darkness Devil is just looking down at Aki like you're a little bitch-ass bitch. And then looks over at Angel, and Angel just bursts. His face falls off. Anyway. So Kobeni's there, you're saying?
Yes,
the Great Beam just died. I'm not seeing shitty Kobeni anywhere.
She is there. For one panel, apparently. I mean, I guess the implication is they sewed her... Because it looks like her hand is missing. They must have sewed her hand back on or something. But, yeah.
Oh, yeah, she's there.
Anyway, I think the point is that Kobeni, Denji, and then Quan Chi are the ones who made it through. But sidestepping here because Heath said, look up
That
the
means
difference
Kobeni's
between
behind it all.
look up the difference between Oni and Akuma. So it looks like Oni is ogre, demon, troll, Japanese folklore and mythology. So typically horned, red and blue, skinned with clubs. That makes sense, kind of. So it's like the ogre, demon, like that kind of thing. Then we have Akuma, who is devil, evil spirit demon, so more Western style devil, evil and destructive. Okay, makes sense. Then we have Mamano, monster magical creature. Okay. We have Mao, demon king, dark lord, high-ranking demon fantasy genre. We have Yokai, which is supernatural creature, specter, traditional folklore. We have Yurei, ghost or spirit. We have Jashin, which is evil god, and Datenshi, which is fallen angel. So I guess Akuma is more the typical. Well, no, for the Akuma would be the more Satan one. Fallen angel is probably like specifically about Satan though. Like if we're talking about, it looks like, because this one's about Christian and fantasy stuff. Interesting. Somewhat. If ChatGPT is correct, which who knows?
I swear there's a panel right after they get out of hell where they're all like on a roof lying down and they're all miserable. Okay, I found it. There's a bunch of arms everywhere. Now, where is Kobeni? Because it's a little suspicious that I'm not certain any of her arms went off EliteAri. Now, I hope
her hand went
off. But I don't know.
You can see in the one panel, her hand is gone.
No, I saw that one panel, I think, and I think the sleeve just ends, you know. Maybe she's hiding it.
Maybe. Yeah, though, even if realistically, didn't both of Aki's come off and he had one arm in the end anyway? Like, can't they just, like, stick him back on or something?
They did sew him back on. Yeah, I do remember that now.
Yeah. So, yeah.
But I hope one of your unanswered question is, which devil did Kobeni make a contract with?
That is not a question that I have on here, but you know what? That's an interesting question. He says the Darkness Devil is why she retired and went to the burger shop. That makes sense, yeah. All right.
She did go to a burger shop, remember? She played Dance Dance Revolution after she spilt that thingy on Puchita.
That is true.
Never had a single funny gag, this girl. She sucked.
We're going to move on to the next mystery. So, we were talking about the Great King of Terror. Now we have making a choice between two options. Which I know there is a lot more of this in here, but I only went and found 2 examples because I was like, I don't know where on earth I'd look at this. So first, chapter 133, Yoshida says, the time has come for you to choose between Nayata's life and your greedy desires. And this is when Denji chooses, I'm going to choose both choices. I'm not going to make a choice. And that was like the thing there. He chose no choice. And then 2 chapters later, Fami appears inside Asa's apartment. And she shows up and eats the bread or whatever. And she says, Asa wants to help change the man. Yoro wants to kill him. It's possible to choose both. So it is like a decision there, like which one.
And also, the cockroach thing, you remember? But Denji didn't choose both. He chose neither.
That is true. Yeah, it's very true. So you have the choice of choosing to save the old person or like the young people in a bus or something. I don't know. Maybe that was Spider-Man. I don't remember. But true. Chose the cat. Anyway. So who knows? What's the 2 options going to be? I don't know. Probably Yoru or Asa or the world.
The point is, it doesn't matter. Denji's not going to engage in this nonsense.
Yeah, I probably think so, but we'll see. Or whether to go to the future or to go to the past. It'll be like a time travel thing. You can go back and save everyone, or you can continue on despite the losses. But yeah.
So hold on. Back to something we were talking about ages ago. 100% of humanity is going to die because they did an experiment one time with like 27 people and they were all going to die on this date, right?
That's correct. Yeah. Well, it was
it wasn't 98%.
No, it was like 20% die to the first falling devil attack, and then the rest of humanity dies on this day, on this upcoming descending terror thing.
So everybody's just going to die.
Apparently, if that sample is to be believed.
But I guess we've also commented multiple times that the future has changed.
Have we? I mean, well, yeah, implicitly the future does change. Yeah,
and I think Yoshida says it at one point. It's in some of the more recent chapters, I remember. But Fami says, like, I can't remember exactly what she says.
Yeah, Fami says that, at least I think she says, because of my efforts in trying to change the future, I led us to a worse one or something like that. So she does, she does imply that she changed the future.
The only reason I'm bringing this up is because the 100% of humanity dying plays into the thing I said in our review where I said What if like we literally just all the humans do die, the world is then inhabited with devils, and then that's part 3. Is because Naito says to Denji at one point, "Why don't we just go on the devil side? These humans are fucking stupid anyway." And usually, of course, that wouldn't be the thematic outcome, because humanity has to live on, and we have like reverence for humanity because humanity is us and stuff like that. But Chainsaw Man would very much be a type of story to do that.
Yeah, sure.
And also that first Fujimoto thing in that compilation thing is about a world. This isn't a spoiler. You read this on stream. About a world where demons have taken over, and there's like 2 humans pretending to be chickens or whatever. So that's like he's done a story like that before.
Yeah, it could happen.
That's assuming there is a part 3. That's assuming, I guess, just that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Is there any possibility that the point of Chainsaw Man Part 2 is that like humanity is doomed and we are all inherently evil and war is inevitable?
I think it would just be funny, right?
Maybe, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I don't
Well,
think it would be,
like I could imagine the ending of Part 2 being the same way Part 1 ended, but instead of Denji going to like school, being a school student now, he's going to devil school. So I don't. It could be something like that. I could easily imagine that happening.
Because in my head, the gag is that society is basically the same. They're just all devils.
Yeah. Exactly.
Now the thing is, like, how many human characters do we still have that are definitively human characters that we care about?
Kobeni.
So Kishibe and Kobeni, and then Yoshida supposedly is already dead. Yoru doesn't count. I mean, Asa doesn't count. Denji doesn't count. Naito, if she's still alive, doesn't count.
Quan Chi, but she's not really human. But...
Yeah, the Blood Fiend wouldn't count. I guess the Chainsaw Man Church guys, Kobeni's brother, and those other guys. Katana Man gets to stay around. How many human characters do we have? I'm running out.
I mean,
it's very possible from like an actual we would care standpoint.
Who knows?
I don't know. I think that that prediction, we should lock it in. I'm a genius.
So you think the ending will be that humanity is replaced by devils and no one really cares? Or like
humanity is fucking dead.
I would like it. It would be kind of cool. Natural progression is that Denji becomes a salaryman after high school, says Heath. True.
I mean, yeah.
He goes and works for public safety.
If Knight is dead, then to like it could be to provide for Astra or something. That would be funny. So yeah, I guess it's a possibility. But that could also be in a demon society.
There is also the possibility that like Chainsaw Man's actually going to end in Part 2. It's gone on like already. It's gone on longer than Part 1.
Yeah.
Like it's told a lot of story. Like a lot of stuff has happened. It could just end. Like but it also I feel like it probably won't. But
I wonder if you'll comment on that, because I know everybody thought Chainsaw Man was ending until the end of the last chapter, and it said end of Part 1 or something. It doesn't say end of prologue, right? This is Part 1, I think.
I think it's
thinking of Vinland Saga here.
It was like end of public safety arc or something like that, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it was announced beforehand, because I was hearing that it was ending before I'd even read it. I read it like the week after it ended, I think. What was my point in that or something? Oh, just wondering if he'd announce it, because there is a possibility this time he's going to say, and for real, guys, it's ending this time or something.
True, and then he just messes with us.
But then he could easily be fucking with you.
Yeah. You see, he tweeted recently. He made 2 tweets. Can you believe it? Let's see.
So you think that's his Twitter account now?
I'm like 95%. Oh yeah, I guess I never talked about this. I'm 95% sure the Twitter account that everyone thinks is his Twitter account is obviously his Twitter account. Like I'm pretty confident on that. However, the website that I looked at, I'm like 70% sure it's him. Like there is a very decent chance I think it's him. I think the video we watched was quite terrible at conveying any of the evidence, but when I looked into it myself, I don't actually remember what convinced me, but there was stuff where I'm like, I feel like this is somewhat like pretty convincing. Yeah, I don't know.
I sent that video, by the way. I'm a genius. The father of all content on this channel.
True. What's his Twitter? Oh, here we go. I think he just said like the movie's out or something like this. Whoa, why are these all marked sensitive? Oh my goodness. All right.
The violent images.
So, oh my god, he's been tweeting so much. Okay, so in August, let's just go back. What does he tweet? Okay, I have no idea what this is, and I don't care. Fujimoto tweet about Chainsaw Man, alright?
Oh, I was too small for me to read it. I would have known what he was talking about.
Okay, I had the chance to attend an advanced screening of the Chainsaw Man movie a few weeks ago. It was insanely good, and on the day I saw it, I couldn't sleep because I kept thinking about Riz-chan. It was really great.
All these fucking mangaka are the same.
It was really great. There were other interesting movies playing on the same day, so I'd love for you to go watch them together. It was seriously amazing, so thank you everyone who made it. True.
You know what's funny is because at the beginning of every volume, right, he has like a thing he shouts out where he says, "I love something." And I looked up one of them. I don't even remember what it was called, but it was like a movie that everybody hated. So I thought that was fun.
Oh, that's awesome.
I remember seeing like hit piece videos on it on YouTube, and it was the only reference I had for it. And Fujimoto at the beginning said, "I love this movie." So I thought that's
why we love Fujimoto.
Funny.
All right, now he said on the 18th, I reserved 100. Well, I don't know what this means. I reserved 100M in Chainsaw Man and Treasure Island. I'm glad because I'm looking forward to it.
It's a movie 100M. We got to figure out what it is.
Yeah, let's. I don't know. Tell me, ChatGPT. What is he saying?
Oh, there was also. Did you see the Big Bochi the Rock drama, EliteAri? We can never watch that anime now because it's evil.
I vaguely heard about it.
And apparently they've got like some. I don't know if this is a fake account. It seems like a real account, but there's like some Japanese politician that's like weighing in that like in his bio is like in English. This has to be a fake thingy, right? But Chibi Reviews was following them, so it has to be real. But in the thing, it was like, I am for freedom of expression or something. It was clearly like just an Asmongold type Japanese politician man. And he was like, "Oh yes, I despise that this." Oh, and somebody had tweeted out that they were moving to Japan as a localizer, and there was a quote tweet saying that this localizer had forced non-binary language into a manga. And then the politician had retweeted that and said he would look into this, like he would revoke this lady's immigration status because she
Oh my goodness!
I was like, oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah, that's.
But this is a big deal. They're changing the translations. Even Miller the Killer was mad about it in One Piece.
Well,
Chiba Reviews' pet issue.
Thank you for keeping us all up to date, Kyle.
Oh my god, let's watch a trailer, a running anime.
Yeah, this is kind of crazy. Heath said,
I used to do running EliteAri on tracks like that.
Did you run for 100 meters?
I did. I was in the 100-meter state relay team in under 12s and 13s, maybe.
It's not bad.
I was the slowest guy in our relay team.
Heath says, I don't think anything was announced at first. The last chapter just had part 1 at the end.
Yeah, that's what I said.
And then Heath said, 100 meters is by the same guy that wrote the Orb anime, which is kind of crazy because that looks really good. But let's see.
Little bro, just be right. What the hell?
Oh my god.
It's anime original. This is epic. That means we can watch it.
Okay.
Wasn't there a trailer on the IMDb thing?
Yeah, but I don't know what the copyright stuff is. Let's watch this one.
Is he going to run like in Devilman Crybaby?
Oh, it has this.
Run properly?
This usually means it's like really good, right? If it has like the little... I have no idea what this is.
I don't know.
Okay. Bro's running. Oh my god.
Anime's got speed lines. That means it's trash.
This looks really cool. So much distortion.
Ew, he was crying. Hey, they're doing a relay race.
Oh, I like the rain.
You know what I was remembering today, EliteAri? Hold on, we'll wait for the trailer to finish. Because we love sports so much.
What did he say? Oh my god. Damn, okay.
I can speak Japanese.
Alright.
You know what I was thinking of today, EliteAri? Since today is a sports-themed day, we love sports so much. I was looking for a song to put in the background of my Footy ENT video out now, EliteAri. Oh my goodness, everybody should go watch it. And I was scrolling through my little playlist I have, and you know what came up?
No.
The soundtrack to Challenges. Oh, yeah, what a movie. Remember that?
I do. It's a very,
it's one of the best soundtracks ever. It was so intense and stuff. Oh, it was epic. What a movie. 10 out of 10. Greatest movie of all time.
Yep.
And
This looks pretty cool, I have to say. Like, to me, this looks like one of those movies where, or like rotoscoping or whatever, where it looks like there's real people and they've like animated them somehow. Like whether it be motion capture
Yeah, I
or
like
something.
that
Like
rain scene. The rest of it,
yeah.
I don't know.
I like I
eh.
like the distortion stuff. Like whatever you call this type of animation. Wait, like this, like, and there's like another one which is like this, like the feet being like wavy and stuff. I don't know. That's really
Yeah,
cool.
that's fine.
Yeah.
There was a shot at the beginning. It reminded me of like Attack on Titan Mappa version. I was like, I don't like how this looks.
I have no idea.
Like the
But,
thin lines, and he was like moving his head or something.
I don't know. It's
Oh,
cool.
EliteAri, you'll be excited to know that I used Game of Thrones music for my great footy anti video, just to
Wonderful.
round out the story there.
I love Game of Thrones. Anyway,
It was the one where Braun nearly shot Drogon.
That's
I made a
so
video about that
sad.
once. No, that was the most epic moment of all time. I wish it happened.
Fujimoto has said, we already read that one. Last one, 7 hours ago. I don't even know this one. He said,
Jane Doe.
I was really grateful that the Chainsaw Man movie amped up the battle scenes 5 times.
No!
I want to believe that such battles actually existed in the original work too. The thing with Pochita in the OP is super cute as well, and Jane Doe fits perfectly at the end, so I highly recommend it.
I assume that's a song or an artist.
Yeah, it got released. I think something got released recently that I saw on TikTok a little bit. It looked really cool. But yep, Fujimoto's been tweeting about the movie. We love that.
Yeah, it's in his contract or something. He doesn't actually believe this.
That is true. It is funny they only gave him like a month notice to watch it. I figured he'd be involved like watching it beforehand, but I don't know. All right. Back to this. So that was choosing between two options. Next up, we have Fake Chainsaw Man from the Falling Devil arc.
This
Who
is
the hell
crazy.
is this? Yeah.
I didn't reread this part.
So in chapter 129, he shows up. He is he's a normal person with chainsaws on his arms, just like Denji. So he's not like the Pochita version of Chainsaw Man. He's just like a normal person. What do we know? He's wearing black shoes. He's wearing black pants. He's got a white top, seemingly.
He's time traveling.
That's, yeah, like there's a few answers here, potentially, of what it is. Basically, he comes in, saves Denji and Asa from the Falling Devil, has like a little speech about please evade them till sunrise, Chainsaw Man, and talks about how, like, whatever, the devils will not settle for this, and they're going to want to
I even remember Asa said 2 Chainsaw Mans.
Is that Asa? Hey, it is Asa, isn't it? Yeah, true.
Yeah, she's upside down over his shoulder, right?
Yep, very true. Yeah, 2 Chainsaw Mans. Anyway, wait. What does this remind me of? 2 Chainsaw Mans. I don't know. I was gonna say, like, is there like a scene where Denji says like 2 girls or something like that in reference to these 2? I don't know. Probably not though.
2 bitches love him.
All right, we got the boring answer. We already know who this is. It's that Fire Devil brother guy who we saw as like the other Chainsaw Man who looked like.
No, he was some freakazoid loser. That ain't that guy.
Boring. I hope it's not that. Or it could just literally be the Fire Devil, because the Fire Devil kind of speaks like this and was more formal, and like I could imagine if the Fire Devil took this form somehow, this could be the thing.
Hold on, wacky theory. Here we go. The Fire Devil is Denji, and it's funny because Denji evolved into the first Fujimoto protagonist, Agni.
Okay, yep. That would be the craziest answer, but you know what?
Remember how EliteAri keeps saying that that guy looks nothing like Agni?
It is true. The only similarity is the art style of how Fujimoto draws fire. But besides that, there's very little similarity. Eyes. Yeah, because you want to show an eye through fire, yeah. Okay, anyway, mildly interesting is Yoshida. Wouldn't that be crazy? Oh my god, it's Yoshida. I don't know how you tie it in, but it'd be somewhat interesting, and there'd be some way to do it. But the actual interesting answer is it's time-traveling descendant of Asa and Denji, which we talked about at some
point.
Yeah, it's like their son or something like that. That'd be so cool, because it would explain... Like, firstly, you'd immediately think... Well, that's the thing. You'd immediately think, oh, it's like a time-traveling Denji. But then, like, why would he speak so formally? Like, please evade them.
Oh, it's hilarious, EliteAri. He became a smart guy because he's lived an eternal life. And then he
you're right.
figured out time travel.
That would be funny. Like,
it's a genius plan. Right before he came into scene, he was like, fuck, I gotta throw myself off. So he decided to speak smart.
Oh, it would be so good. And it's no way that's the case, though. Like,
and this is a point where Denji has lost all of his will to live or something, and he's very sad. So he's that's why he's saying "Save me, Chainsaw Man" to himself, because he's forgotten what it is to be Chainsaw Man. He hasn't transformed into Chainsaw Man in 100 years.
Man, I desperately want time travel in this story.
Denji beat up the Falling Devil in normal mode.
Yeah, if this is like an adult, like 35-year-old Denji or something who's lived in hell or like eternal devilness for the last like 15 years, maybe he gets really strong and comes back, and yeah, it could be a thing.
I mean, it could just be the future Chainsaw Man devil, right? But no, because Denji's a weapon. That's a different category.
The future chains. What does that mean? The future
So
chainsaw?
Denji dies. Why, he can't even die. But Denji dies somehow.
Oh,
He
okay.
reincarnates in hell, and then the hell guy dies, and he reincarnates into human Earth. And this is like a Ryuk Death Note thing where Pachita's done this a bunch of times, so a bunch of different guys. My goodness.
Yeah, that would be cool. I think I definitely had a theory of that when I was going through my first time. I remember talking about it and how there was probably some factory of like Pochtas out there because there can be multiple of the same devil because there were multiple Fox devils. But I think I was like proven wrong about all of that. But I did think
There are
that at some
multiple
point.
Fox devils.
Maybe, yeah. Okay. Anyway, true. There's a fake Chainsaw Man. We don't know who they are. They're somehow related to Yuko, and they killed Yuko, and now they're here. And maybe it was the same person. Maybe it wasn't. We have no idea. But yeah. All right. Next up. Oh, we have more. Okay. There's also in this fight with the falling devil, in a few chapters before the fake Chainsaw Man shows up, someone else shows up, this time wearing white shoes, and they give blood to Denji, who needs the blood, basically, and they say, I still need you to fight, Chainsaw Man. So something's going on here.
I didn't remember this at all.
Yeah, so this is something that still hasn't been answered, but I think it's most likely the sword guy, Miri Sugo or whatever. That's what I was thinking. Because you think,
This looks
okay,
like a girl to me.
well, maybe. But you're thinking, I was thinking first it could be Yoshida, because obviously he's like showing up at some point. He's involved in this fight. He could give Denji blood. He probably needs him to still fight. But I think there's anything else that hints at him being Yoshida. And the fact that the shoes are different makes it feel
I mean,
like it's not
if it was Yoshida, they could have just shown it, right? It wouldn't have been a
yeah, there'd be
stretch
no
for
need for
Yoshida
a
to-
mystery, I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing is it could
How do
be...
you think it's the Miri guy?
Well, we're getting there, okay? Because it could be Kerbeni, because, you know, Kerbeni's, like, small, and this person kind of looks like maybe small, and she's in public safety, and they're wearing public safety outfit, but why would you hide it?
I figured it out, don't worry.
Okay, well, we're getting there. It could be Barum, but I doubt it. Barum doesn't... I don't know, he just doesn't fit
But I want to say
the vibe.
Kerbeni.
Oh, you want to say...
So
Oh,
I
I thought you had another one. Okay, yeah, Kerbeni, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. So remember at the end of part 1 how Kobeni and Denji were like the dynamic duo? They were the only ones left. This is going to happen in part 2, and they have to time travel together, and this is when Kobeni showed up to do her little part.
It would be really cool, but I wish. Okay.
That's why we've been saving her for the end. Because I was thinking, well, Asa would probably just time travel with Denji if we're time traveling at the end of the story, you know. But this isn't Asa because Asa's the bad guy who Denji needs help to beat. So it's Kobeni.
Do you know if Spider-Man ever does time travel? Because this is like, there is a lot of parallels to Spider-Man, of course, at least early in part 2. I wonder if there's like a thing that he has like a famous time travel arc or something. Not that I know, at least.
He gets teleported to different dimensions. The Secret Wars,
True.
remember that one? And he finds the Venom suit.
Heath says those are Benny's shoes for sure. Heath is confident this is Kobeni.
Who the fuck is Benny? Oh, Kobeni.
Yeah, Kobeni.
It's funny because the thing I always think of is and it was obviously a spoof, but there's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles episode in the flash forward, like season 7, like kind of reboot thing, where they do this thing where it's like the generic, like somebody mysterious told them to dodge at the beginning or something, and then it turned out it was the Turtles. They had time travel or something.
Sure.
That's the thing I always think of, because the Chainsaw Man in the window killing the falling devil really reminds me of it for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why I brought that up. Oh, because you were saying it reminds you of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I'm saying it's actually Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, of course.
Amen. I'm sure that's what it'll be. Okay. Another possibility is Fami, because she's involved in this fight, but she doesn't wear this clothing, so it's not Fami. It could be a random citizen, of course. That's entirely possible, right?
That does kind of make sense.
What, a random citizen?
Yeah, because it's just like a girl that realizes Chainsaw Man is in danger and they need her to save her. But then why mysterize it? Because that happened in the Aki fight too, right? But we just saw I remember seeing like a couple come up to him and be like, okay, Chainsaw Man.
One thing to keep in mind, though, is that they're wearing either they're wearing a school uniform, because this is what their school uniform looks like, and it's a male school uniform, I think, or they're wearing the public safety, like, Devil Hunter outfit. So it's one of those. It's either like a devil hunter person or it's a school student. Is my impression from this. So
It's
yeah.
Yuko. She was in school.
Yeah, but she doesn't wear the male school outfit. Because also wears like a dress-ish kind of thing. Yeah, she wears a dress, doesn't she, to school? Not like a suit like this.
Yuko's also dead and stuff.
Yeah, anyway, the reason I came to the conclusion is it's Miri Sugo, the sword guy, sword man or whatever. Firstly, this was inspired by a Reddit comment because I googled like, who is this? And one of the theories said Miri Sugo. But firstly, he shows up in like a few, like maybe like 5 or 6 chapters after this, I think, or maybe a bit more. Maybe it's like 10 chapters or something. But he shows up. He's the cover of the next volume. He's definitely he is
cover
working...
of a volume.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. That's good. Actually, let me double check. Volumes of Chainsaw Man. He is... Yeah, volume 16.
This fucking loser.
Yep. But yeah, he's got the same like outfit. Like he wears the hoodie thing with the kind of exactly what we have in the thing here. He's got the same shoes. I can't exactly show it, but I went through and he does have the same white shoes. So it's part of their, but it's basically it's part of their school uniform to look like this. Yeah.
They're just cuffs, not cufflinks. That would be stupid.
Or whatever. Okay. Sure. Okay. But the main
I was
thing...
correcting myself. I don't know why you took it as I was correcting you, you idiot.
No, I didn't. I just said whatever. I don't care that much. Okay. But beyond this, the surface level, like it fits. He's a student. He's got the shoes. He comes up like later. He's the cover of a volume. He's important. Whatever. At the same time, there's also the fact that we have Barum and we have Miri and we have Fami, who are all working secretly at this point in the manga to basically use Chainsaw Man for something. So at this point, it makes sense not to show who it is if it is one of those people, whether it's Barum, Fami, or Miri, because we don't quite know who they are yet and what they're striving for. So it makes sense to not show him here if it was Miri.
Yeah, but I feel like there would have been like a reveal when Miri showed back up again, because when he showed the part of the... when he shows back up again, EliteAri, that was part of the part of that I read.
Sure.
And he didn't say nothing about this. It's Kobeni.
Well, the thing is that there are like moments which you don't get resolutions, and the one I'm thinking of is the hand, like mysterious hand Chainsaw Man, which we know who this is now. At least I'm like 99% sure.
I got no idea what EliteAri is talking about.
Oh my god, Fami, how are we gonna figure this out? Basically, there's a chapter where they're talking about like here, this is what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah, now I remember.
Yeah, so there's this thing here which happens, which is like this guy, mysterious hand, he touches the president. And it's like, your job is to be the face, Fami is the brains. Together, you move the body of the Chainsaw Man society, walk to a world without evil, whatever. So it seems like, oh wow, there's like someone more important than Fami, who is like behind the scenes of this whole side of the operation of the Chainsaw Man Church. And then eventually, you don't know for sure, but I don't remember what it was, but something really strongly to me at least hinted that this was Barum. And when we never get a confirmation.
Second in charge, that guy recognizes Barum when Barum shows up.
Yes, you're right. That is what happens. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. So it's like we never got a confirmation for this ominous scene, but we know it's Barum in the same way where I feel like we never get.
That was before Barum was introduced, right?
Yes, it was. Yeah. Whereas the same thing here, I think, is what's happening, which is that we don't know who it is, but we get a confirmation in a few chapters and you can piece it together, I think. But it could also, this is a bit more vague than the hand one, I think. Like we don't ever really get a confirmation of him having saved him or something in the same way that we get the
also, if they're all working with Fami, Fami's controls the falling devil, right?
Yes.
So Fami would have... well, I guess the falling devil went out of control and actually hurt Denji, and so she needed to send somebody in to do this. Like, they're all on the same side, right?
Yeah, I think Fami's goal in this one fight here, or what she instructed the Falling Devil to do, was most likely to just to starve the War Devil or whatever, so that she could control it. So I think Chainsaw Man was probably like a side effect of this. Like, she probably didn't predict he was going to be involved in this at all. That would be my guess. But yeah.
I don't remember. I don't remember where Fami was and what Asa and Denji were like at this point.
He says, what are the parallels to Spider-Man? The immediate one that comes to mind is that scene where it's like he's choosing between the two things, and that's like the thing the Green Goblin does. And
there's also the classic gag in part 1 where he nearly starts swinging from buildings with his chains, but then he decides to do Sharknado instead, and that was really funny.
Yeah, there's also the red Chainsaw Man and the black Chainsaw Man, like the Venom and the Spider-Man.
Yeah.
There's... I feel like there's more. Nothing's coming to mind, but
he's got a secret identity. He's got to keep it secret. He goes to school.
Yeah, that's like indirect, but that's like a lot of superhero
stuff. He's a superhero.
True. Anyway, Chainsaw Man is more like hentai man, trash as fuck. True. Oh my goodness. All right.
It's just a Guna manga.
So that was that fake Chainsaw Man. Next up, we have Death Devil's real plan. So I have a lot of thoughts about this, and I'm even cutting off some of my notes with my camera here, but that's fine. I'll read some of them out. But I think it's very clear. Yeah, that is true. Kyle can't see it, or can see it, but it's very clear to me that Fami probably had a goal, and she like didn't quite know how things were going to pan out, so she doesn't have a very cohesive plan. It was like my idea, where it's like basically, to me, my impression is that her number one goal is to save humanity. Like to preserve it because she enjoys it. Like she says this a few times. She says it to Naito at some point. She says it here in 194 to Yoshida. She says, I live to savor, to enjoy food, people, and experiences. I hang out with Denji, Asa, and Yoru because their puzzle looks were fun. Like basically, I do get this impression. You have Barum, who's also bought into it, who says like, oh, it's to save the world. Like the whole, it basically feels like to me, there's a few times, she says the Naito implies it in 199 to, I think, to the fake Chainsaw Man and Fami. I think it's very clear that that's what she wants to do. Unless she's like deceiving everyone, like even Barum and all that, which I feel like she's probably not. This is pretty clear to me. Now, the way to do this, I think she's not very clear on it. I think that she was putting her bets on like two people, which is that she was both trying to make War strong, like Yoru strong, and she was at the same time trying to make Chainsaw Man strong. Both potentially, like she didn't know which one would come out on top at the end and which one would be useful, but it feels like she was doing things to kind of further both of these agendas, I guess. Like one of this,
also because she's not very strong, right? Like
who, Fami? I mean,
yeah,
Death Devil or whatever.
What is because no, Fami.
Fami.
Because she's like reducing her powers or whatever. Because assumingly she couldn't control it if she wasn't, which means she can't save them from whatever's coming, which can't be herself. So she must be under the impression that something else is coming, right?
Yeah, I assume.
Because her original plan is to save humanity from Nostradamus.
Yes.
But we got some conflicting information that perhaps she is Nostradamus's prophecy bad guy.
Yeah, let me go back to that chapter and see if there's anything I can.
Maybe Miller the Killer was right all along. You know, we're just changing it as we go. Fujimoto doesn't got any plans or clues.
Here's what she says. Okay, even if I could die, another death devil would be born after my death. If the next devil doesn't enjoy human culture like me, mankind would be destroyed in no time. And it says, can't you just whatever? There's basically a bunch of stuff. Yeah, wait, can't you just not destroy mankind? You could just live quietly forever. That's not possible. On the day of the prophecy, for some reason or another, mankind's fear of death or death will reach... Wait, what? No, mankind's fear of death will reach its peak. I'll awaken when it happens. My powers will activate even if I'm sound asleep.
Okay.
So she doesn't quite know what happens on that day. Yeah, but mankind
is going to peak.
Exactly.
Which means it could be any bad devil.
Yeah, exactly. Which is almost certainly going to be whatever happens in the next chapter. Like, whatever comes down there is going to be what causes mankind's peak.
Now, she's caught off guard by this because she just didn't see this coming now. Maybe she's assumed since Yoru got really strong that it was Yoru the whole time, but now it's actually this thing.
I think she's aware of what it is, purely because of the fact that when Barum and Yoshida came in, well, when Yoshida showed up, she like gave this look of like, oh, now it's happening. So she was kind of aware that Yoshida was going to come and send him to hell or whatever.
Well, I don't think it was an awareness that it was happening. It was an awareness that, oh, somebody else is in the building type thing.
Potentially, but she's also working with Barum, who came and then burned Yoshida's body.
Is wacky.
Yeah.
Which means maybe he isn't the hand, and the hand is like who he was
it's almost certain.
Well, Barum is not doing what Fami wants, right?
No, I think he's doing exactly what she wants. What have we got to suggest that he's not working with Fami at all?
Well, because he seemed to draw the short stick, so it seemed like he knew what he was doing, but then Fami is scared afterwards because of the result of what he's doing. But that's assuming that him and Yoshida, whatever they did, was to summon this whatever's coming, which is an assumption.
Yeah, I feel like this is all part of Fami's plan. I feel like whatever Barum does, it is purely to be on Fami's side, because Fami is the closest thing to Makima that still exists or whatever.
That is
Like,
true. He is like obsessed with like whether or not he's still under Makima's control or whatever. He says
yeah.
that when the house is burning down. The it's just Fami's puzzled look is like throwing
But
me
the
off
thing
a
is,
little
it's
bit.
so ambiguous as well, though. Like, she's not clearly like thrown off. Like, it is like an ambiguous
Well, I guess
look,
it's
I
more
think.
of a meta sense of like it ends a chapter plus the three of them are like in a battle stance waiting for this thing to come down. Now, obviously, this could be very easily subverted if she like nut shots Denji and then runs away while the guy comes down to fuck him up next chapter or whatever.
Yeah, it's
But I
true.
don't know because it is weird. It is weird. Like, let's just say it is the Darkness Devil. It's weird to introduce a third party at this point. That's why I had the idea that like, oh, Yoru is out creating a demon army or something, and she's like transported herself to hell already. She's literally the strongest thing ever. She beat the fuck out of the Darkness Devil and said, "You're my fella now. Go down and do that." But why wouldn't she just come over? The other thing is Yoru could just be jumping out of a door right now. And it's going to be epic.
Yeah, that is true.
I feel like people would be very disappointed because they think the Darkness Devil or something else really cool is coming. There is the possibility that comment was just right and it is the Nuke Devil or something.
I sure hope not.
I feel like Denji could beat up the Nuke Devil.
I feel like the Nuke Devil is not. It can't be that strong. Like, there's no way. It can definitely power up
the
war.
Gun Devil, right?
I don't know. People are probably more scared of guns than nukes, right? Like, there might be the intensity of fear for nukes is probably higher. But
yeah,
there was like, remember the Gun Devil's attack and everything. Like,
and the Gun Devils will. You're much more likely to die from a gun than a nuke. But do people do that when they're evaluating their fears, or are they just scared of the concept of the bomb? This is also the Japanese we're speaking of EliteAri, so
yeah.
You know.
Well, there's also the Gun Devil literally killed like hundreds of thousands of people, probably more than nukes ever killed in this world.
Yeah, but they're all civilian. Well, I guess that is what makes up the fear anyway. But I'm thinking like, could Denji or could Pachita fuck up the max power Gun Devil? Probably because Yoru is stronger at her peak, but I guess her peak is now, and we haven't really seen it yet.
Well, we know for a fact that
Vegeta can probably just like fight evenly with every devil, right?
Well, no. Well, we know that Pochita lost to the powered up War Devil, like very handedly. Remember when she used the Statue of Liberty and shot him, and he like exploded and was like,
yeah, but he was also fucking around the whole time.
Was he?
Like, I think he runs over and gets the blood sign and starts dancing and is like ignoring Yoru, and Yoru gets pissed off. And also, I guess you also have to factor in how hard Pachita is trying, which is like, what would Pachita want in this situation, which is what would Denji want. So she probably wouldn't want to fuck up Yoru. I don't think Denji or Pachita ever tries to attack Yoru. The Falling Devil is also no. This is a different part. Never mind. The Aging Devil that's also around, and the Aging Devil does like easily deflect.
Yes, very easily.
Yoru's attack, but again, she got a power up now because the Nuke Devil is around.
Yeah.
And she also has Falling Cape, which might mean she can use Falling Powers. And she did beat the Falling Devil, right? Pretty easily. No, she just
she like shredded it. She believed that she owned it, and therefore she turned it into a cape. So
but that's like. Is that different? It kind of is different, but it's kind of plays into the point that it really doesn't matter who actually is stronger in Chainsaw Man. This isn't like DBZ or something.
Well, it's a really crazy thing, which makes her basically a god as long as she believes she's stronger than them. And right now, she probably believes she's stronger than anything, which means she can probably turn anything into a weapon.
Except for Vegeta Denji.
Well, even then, she probably just doesn't want to. That's probably the reveal, right?
That's what I mean.
Yeah, sure.
I guess you would have to find like the loneliness or the stupid devil, because she would be scared of that or something.
Yeah, true.
Loneliness devil would be funny. I think I already made a joke about that in our review about how it would be a fat otaku or something. That would be kind of funny if there was just a fat Japanese man beating the fuck out of Denji next chapter. Literally Rudius Grey Rat is going to show up.
I doubt it, but you never know.
But literally Devil Man is going to show up, okay? But like at that point, she probably thinks she can beat up the Darkness Devil. But the Darkness Devil is so cool. I don't know what the fuck is coming through this dumb fucking door.
It's going to be the Fear Devil, I'm telling you. That makes sense. But also, we got to think of what the most boring answer would be, which is like it's probably
your.
Yeah, but even that, I mean, it is kind of cool. Yeah, I don't. Maybe there is.
You hate the Nuke Devil. prove you
Yeah,
wrong.
you know what? If it's the Nuke Devil, I would be like, this is why
It'll have a cool design, I'm sure.
You know what? It might. If it's like as cool as the Gun, like if you had told me, oh, it's gonna be the Gun Devil, I'd be like, oh, boring. But then we saw the Gun Devil
Devil
design.
was
It was like
really, really cool. The
Yeah.
Tank Devil was the Tank Devil wasn't that cool itself, but the fact that it was inside the Statue
Oh,
of
that was
Liberty
super
was really
cool. Yeah.
Um,
Well, that was that the Tank Devil? Was that the Gun
yeah,
Devil?
I think so.
I don't even remember.
Oh, was it part of the Gun Devil?
think it was-
Maybe it
I
had
think
it.
it
No,
was.
because it says tank and then she shot or whatever. And
Oh,
it's
maybe, I don't know.
also the bullets were like the fingertips of the National Rifle Association of America's civilians who she like sacrificed. That was epic.
True. That was very cool. Yeah. Okay. So Heath says, think about all the Cold War fears around nuclear war. That is true.
That's true.
Gustav says hello, hello. And Heath says, though this is a world where nukes have only been in the public mind for a couple days, weeks. Well, that probably makes them way stronger.
Did just nuke a whole country.
Exactly, yeah. Like imagine the fear of nukes when like Japan was bombed, probably the highest it ever was, right? Because it could happen to you next, right? Pochta did originally lose to the 4 Horseman Devils in Chapter 1, right? That is the implication.
Well, he was injured, but
Yeah.
Did he win because Makima was on Earth, or did Makima choose to come to Earth?
We don't know enough about it.
Wasn't Makima remembering like a past devil, like Nayata kind of remembered Makima, and that's how she knew about things? I don't remember. But also, Yoru remembers battles and came to Earth, right?
Yeah, well, we don't know. The battle could have been on Earth, right?
And I guess because they got summoned to Hell that one time, you could probably summon yourself to Earth.
No, wait, this Chainsaw Man fight with the 4 Horsemen, I assumed it was on Earth. Because, like, that's where Pochta was, like, at the end. But I guess it could have been on Hell.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, we don't know.
But
Maybe
like,
we'll find out.
When the Angel Devil says, like, does the reveal that Pochita is, like, the devil that all devils fear when he's talking to Aki in the restaurant, wasn't he like, and a few months ago, no, it can't have been a few months ago because Denji's, like, 10 years older than when he met Pochita.
Yeah, sure.
But he's like, then it stopped or something. Does all of America celebrating nukes offset any fear? It is true. There's panels of Americans celebrating as they're watching it on the big screen.
Maybe.
I don't know. In Chainsaw Man logic, do Americans fear guns because they still have them legalized or something? Like they don't. So could be the same principle. I don't know.
Yep. Well, who knows? All right.
It's gonna be really strong.
Yes. Back to this Death Devil plan. So 1, they want to save humanity. Obvious. Now, there's evidence that she wants to increase War's strength. So she wants to increase Yoru's strength. So number 1 is when she traps Asa in the aquarium and she wants her to use Denji, basically, turn him into a weapon. We have...
Now,
yeah, go ahead.
The assumption is they want Yoru to turn Denji into a weapon so they can use the eating ability, right? Probably.
Or just make her, like, super strong. Because the thing is, they talk about how, like, if someone eats a strong devil, then that, even if it's a weak devil, it will turn into a super strong devil. So I think the same implication here is that if you use Denji as a weapon, you become like a super strong devil with a weapon or whatever.
Now this is probably too esoteric, but like if you're Fami making this plan, wouldn't you want like 2 strong people rather than like all your hopes in 1 strong person? I don't know. But...
well, that is, I think, that's what I'm saying. I think that she doesn't have a clear up plan. She just wants someone to be strong or for both of them to be strong. Like, I think we'll get to it, but I think there's a very clear line where she says she wants both of them strong, but...
that's later. She definitely says that, I think, maybe when other Fami shows up. I don't remember.
Yeah, yeah. She also wants to create fear, panic, and war via the Falling Devil, probably, most likely. So when the Falling Devil shows up, she, like, obviously, the ramifications of that are that war becomes much more of a thing people are scared of because the whole world is shaken and there's, like, earthquakes everywhere, and that's, like, a whole thing. And also, during that fight, she's obviously trying to get control of the War Devil by eating the War Devil. That's, like, her plan that she says at the end to Naita. So there's, like, a whole thing here of wanting, basically, to make
Wait, so she wasn't in control of the Falling Devil until the end of that fight?
No. She was in control of the Falling Devil that entire time. She, like, beat the Falling Devil in some past that we never saw. She just wasn't in charge of the War Devil. She wanted to starve the War Devil inside the Justice Devil's stomach so that she could control the War Devil. Yeah. But anyway, Because I think this is the chapter. Basically, she says to Naita, at this rate, neither I nor you nor Chainsaw Man will be able to stop the prophecy, but War Devil could be made to win, possibly. So the idea was that she was going to use her to kind of defeat whatever's coming. Yeah. So then
the great Sickler showed up in the chat, by the way.
Oh my goodness, been a while. True. But she also does the whole thing with the whole Chainsaw Man church turns everyone to Chainsaw Man, for two reasons. One is that they'll be afraid of Chainsaw Man, which will make Chainsaw Man stronger, and also the whole world will become more afraid of war and like violence and all that, and therefore the fear of war will become higher. So that's another thing.
It's also a big deal that Denji was being a family-friendly superhero because that was making people less afraid of him.
Right. Yes. Very true. And then at the end, she says that she basically, her plan was to make Yoru stronger, but she didn't want to make her too strong, which is what we said before. In chapter 211, she says, fear of war surged when nuclear weapons were dropped on the Soviet Union. As a result, War Devil has grown far stronger than I anticipated. So
as a result.
Yeah, I made a typo. It is what it is. My apologies. But yeah, she basically she wanted to make War Devil strong, just not this strong, because now she's become the kind of thing that is dangerous. So it's interesting. But yeah, also...
Wouldn't that have happened no matter what? I don't know. If she ingested Chainsaw Man. But fine, it got out of the great family's control. She's not a genius. Yes. She's just a cute girl.
I started watching Lumen Rider Zets, and the villain for episode 1 was the gun monster, and episode 2 villain was the bomb monster. I like to think the writer's still Chainsaw Man. Oh my goodness, true.
Talking about Kamen Rider there, of course.
Yeah, Kamen Rider. Is this a Baidu? I don't know what that is, but
video.
Maybe? Oh, a video? Yeah, probably. We'll see, but it depends how we go.
Now, EliteAri, to keep this video entertaining, you're going to talk about increasing Chainsaw Man's strength while I pee, and I can listen in on my great mobile device. Did you know that's how
Excellent. That works? Yeah. Okay, so next up we have, the increasing war strength. Another thing that is very clear that she's also trying to increase Chainsaw Man's strength at the same time. So in chapter 146 and 47, she says she's going to make every... Oh, no, sorry, this is what Barum says, okay? So we can trust Barum. Barum is a high-level kind of person here. She's going to make everyone terrified of Chainsaw Man and war to get them both super-duper strong. Oh, no, sorry, that's what... This is Nayata's theory that she tells Barum, and Barum says, bingo, so you see, Chainsaw Man, we can't afford to have you chicken out. We need you to go wild like you used to. So at the same time as trying to make Yoru strong, Fami's team is basically trying to make Chainsaw Man strong as well. And in 165, she tells Denji, I think, if we defeat the real Chainsaw Man and transplant a human heart into your body, you can become an ordinary human again. So there's also something here going on of like trying to defeat and maybe control Chainsaw Man's strength in some way. So I think it's very, it's not very clear because we don't know what she wants, but I think it's very clear that she wants to kind of use war and Chainsaw Man somehow. And then chapter 170, all public safety really wants, us too for that matter, is to use a teensy-weensy bit of Chainsaw Man's power. So both public safety and this group kind of basically wants to use Chainsaw Man. So yeah. Chainsaw Man always goes to the country mouse and city mouse. That's probably true, and I also just never think about that. So, but it is probably a big thing in Chainsaw Man that I just never think about. Makima wanted people to become country mice, while Yoru wants people to become a city mouse. Fami is a country mouse, so death is probably city. I don't even know what this metaphor was. Like, is it someone who wants to avoid the danger of... No, someone who wants to avoid other people or something? I don't even remember. Kyle, what's this? Are you even back? I don't even know. Like, what even is the country mouse, city mouse thing? I don't even know.
So anyway. The country mouse is the guy that takes less and has a boring ass life, but a city mouse is a real go-getter, and even though he might not achieve, he
you're right.
Still goes for it.
Yes.
And Denji thinks he's going to be a little thingy, but he's a city boy because he's never happy.
Yes, very true.
Or something.
Okay, excellent. That's the Death Devil's plan, all right? Wonderful. However, here's the summary, okay? Taken at face value, she wants to keep human society the way it is, using War Devil and or Chainsaw Man to do it. I think this is very clear. If you read her words as they are. Yep, go ahead.
In this whole alternative ending we've got going on here where the devils take over, that would mean the Great Fami has lost. Which would...
Yes.
Would she have to be the bad guy or something in the end or something? I don't know. How do we get there? Is she still alive? Does Yoru just kill her in the final battle and then we kill Yoru?
No, you can't kill the Death Devil because of the thing they said about like a new one will come. So it has to be something like, oh, you either eat her or you convert her into like a weapon, like with the War Devil, or you like freeze her
or the
somewhere.
Next one just also loves humanity or something.
Or you like send her into space or something, like throw her into space and she like freezes.
Well, all of humanity is already dead, right? Oh, that's how we do it. Yoru kills this one, a new one comes and immediately kills all of humanity.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that would be funny. Who knows? This could go anywhere. Anyway, more conspiratorially, she wants War and Chainsaw Man to wipe each other out. She's making them so strong so that they can kill each other.
They're the only threats to her, just like Nayata was a threat, and she took Nayata out. This is crazy.
That is true.
And the Darkness Devil is the only other threat, and that's why she tricked everybody into summoning it, so they could all three take each other out right now. Oh my goodness!
You know, there might be something. I'm like, I would bet my life, not my life. I would bet a lot of money that Nayata is dead. But there is something to be said about the idea that maybe Fami did turn her into like one of the controllable weapons beforehand, and it is like all a ploy to like have control of all the powerful devils or something. Because then, I don't know, I could imagine that, where the reveal is that Fami is actually trying to collect all these people. Like, she collected her sister, the Fami, like the actual Famine Devil. She collected the Falling Devil. She might try and collect, like, Control Devil, assuming she has. And then all that's left is, like, the War Devil she wants to collect. And it could just be, like, she literally just wants to have domain over, like, or, like, control over all of the different powerful devils or something. It is possible.
Because when the reveal happened that she was the Death Devil, there was the panel where she looked scary and stuff.
True, yeah.
And that really didn't lead to anything too much else, besides it looking really cool for the reveal. So maybe she is a sinister, no good baddie.
Yeah.
With 2 Ds, an IE, and an S.
Maybe. I'm scared for Bob Catter's future. I don't know what that is, but thank you, Ciclet.
That's a celebrity or something, I think.
All right. Country Mouse wants to avoid risks so they become docile and boring. City Mouse takes too much risk so death is around the corner. That also makes sense, yeah.
That's what I said or something.
Yeah, something like that. Anyway, okay, that's the Death Devil's plan. That's everything I got on that, all right? Next up. And I think that's most of it. I don't know how many other things I have here, but public safety's plan. Yeah, this seems pretty straightforward. They either want to improve society with Chainsaw Man's power, which is basically what they try and do with the Aging Devil arc. They say, what does public safety think it can accomplish with this power? And then Fumiko says, human evolution. And he talks about how we could eradicate this and this and this if we had power. And yeah.
That's very bad guy coded. We don't like human evolution artificially in any of these stories, so...
Yeah, but the thing is, public safety is like always portrayed as like an ominous evil place, but they're just normal people, is what it seems like. So yeah. Then in 212, so pretty recently, Fumiko says, the one where she's like under the bed, but if War Devil, or rather you, Denji Senpai, were to eat the Death Devil, then mankind could live on forever. So they kind of, I don't know, they want to improve society somehow. Yeah. And then the other possibility, or other thing they're definitely doing is trying to prevent the doom of humanity. So Yoshida says in 191, but I'd like you to turn Chainsaw Man into a weapon as soon as possible. Your older sister, Death Devil, will soon descend. If you could control Chainsaw Man as a mindless weapon, humanity has a chance of surviving and maybe even overcoming death. So, you know, they're trying to prevent the doom of humanity as well. What a good
How did you find all these quotes, EliteAri? Were they just in your shitty notes?
It was a combination of my notes and me going back and just skimming over, like, what was a chapter I remember being important and, like, seeing stuff I remembered. But yeah, if I ever got a quote, I mainly had to go back to the chapter and type it from the chapter. But yeah. Anyway, crazy. Next up, Yoru's ultimate goal. I have no theory. It's probably just literally, there's two things. Either it's sex all the time, which I don't have any reason for this besides like the fact that she gave Denji a hand job and maybe she likes sex now or something.
She does like grinding on him in that one chapter when they're on the burning building, but that's just because she's like teasing him and it makes him look pathetic, and she says she likes that.
Yeah. Or the other possibility is she just wants that eternal war that Fami was talking about. Like, I don't think there is anything... Like, the reason... Basically, there's two possibilities. One is that she's literally... The thing that Asa was afraid of is like, oh my god, she wants to destroy the world. Or the thing that Asa is afraid of is going to be something really dumb and a joke, and it's like, oh, she wants to have sex all the time, and I hate having sex because it makes me a slut, or something like that.
And she doesn't want to be a slut. Oh my god,
exactly.
that's genius. theory, but
Yeah.
also we got to think about the little characterization pieces of the great Yoru here. Now, she doesn't like it when people think she's stupid,
Yes.
and she also gets attached to things, but she doesn't like people to know that. Like, she likes the great Denji,
Mm-hmm.
and the great Asa, of course. So the
Doesn't want to be
resolution of
lonely.
these plot points, is her. Does she have the lonely thing, or is that Asa, or is that both of them?
I don't know if Asa has that at all. I know Yoru has it because, well, why do I think Yoru?
Asa's always upset she's lonely, right? That's the whole first chapter, isn't it?
Mm, was it? I don't know.
Well, she hates everybody else because she's like
No, but it
jealous
was
of them
yeah, it
all.
was more like it was more like the jealousy thing. I think I don't think it was the loneliness thing. Let me
But
search
she
my
liked
notes.
Yuko because Yuko was her first friend.
Um, I have the word lonely in my notes 2 times. Okay, in my 155 pages of Chainsaw Man notes, I have it in chapter 1 or chapter 2. I said power. Meowi's story is cute. She's putting up a front and she wants to kill things, but in reality, she just wants to be happy and not be lonely. Okay.
The great power.
And then in chapter 124, I have trust issues, but I'm lonely. So once in a while, I'll approach someone, but something always goes wrong and I get hurt. So I guess, yeah, Asa is like kind of afraid of being lonely. But it's just stated once. So who knows?
Yeah. The fuck, I had a conclusion when I saw this point, but I don't remember it all.
Mm.
She doesn't these little things where she's basically a little tsundere, Lyra, you know you hate that word.
Mm-hmm.
So Eternal War is the assumption because it would make her the strongest. Oh, this was the conclusion. And she like is kind of insecure. She wants to like everybody to think she's stronger than Chainsaw Man. It's like a big deal to her.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes sense that she would seek that out just for like an ego trip. But then I think like she would make a silly decision or show her hubris, and that would be like her downfall. And that would be like, see, you shouldn't be so arrogant all the time, the great Yoru. You should be a more normal little young lady.
Mm. True.
I guess that doesn't have to do with our ultimate goal, but rather where we're going to end up.
Yeah, I think it's
They
relevant.
are doing because the Eternal War thing seems so obvious that would we really build a mystery about it, about how Yoru's freaking out? I guess she would because Yoru is more. I mean, Asa is more empathetic generally,
Mm-hmm.
whereas Denji will just kill innocent people if it helps him out. He literally was gonna kill Yoru with the chair. Hilarious joke.
Yes.
When she threatened you or me basically, and also the tree thing, and then Yoru herself was just shooting like a bunch of people, and she thought it was fine.
Mm-hmm.
Which is annoying because in the Naita scene where the great Naita fucking died, EliteAri,
Mm.
he wouldn't kill all those people
Mm.
who were like part of the mob. But the switch happened later. Also he hated Naita.
I'm sure he did.
But I don't know. True.
Yes, insecure. She's insecure.
Don't know what for.
Something will happen.
That's a One Direction song, EliteAri.
All right. Kyle mentioned he started reading the manga again since Fumiko appearance. On that chapter, the squid death pose matches Yoshida's death pose on this week's. Is that true?
That would be funny if it did.
What does that even mean? Like the backwards with the.
Well, he did have like a piece of wood stuck in him. I think both of them.
I don't even know what you're talking about. The death, like the squid devil thing that was in
That
the stage or
squid in the
whatever.
theater that
Yeah.
Yoshida was like, see, you don't have to transform into Chainsaw Man because
Mm-hmm.
the cinema employed devil hunters killed this guy. And they're watching, and Denji says, "Don't
Right.
talk in the movies, dude." And then
True.
Yoshida goes away, and then Fumiko shows up.
Wonderful. Okay.
So what don't you understand, leader? You fucking idiot.
Yeah. So I guess the pose is similar. Okay. Interesting.
And they're both squids.
Yo, have you all read Kagurabachi? No, but our good friend
Merely
Mir.
Villain Saga.
Yeah, I think Mira's read it. And that's
It's
who I
about
think
like
of
a
every
dude
time.
with a fish sword or something. It's like the new hotness leader. You're gonna love this anime in 2 years when Mappa animates it with a bunch of flash and lights.
I probably will. Yeah, I look forward to it. She's gonna be just like her sister and just want a hug for real. True, just like Naita.
Possible. That's what Makima wanted to, obviously.
Yep, that's I say it every time. That's the point of Chainsman Part 1. All right. Next up, and I think I don't know if any of the rest are important because these are all going to be small ones, but the Blood Devil. When are they coming back? What are they going to look like?
Better be a girl.
Yep. Well, I feel like it's almost certainly going to be a guy, or it's going to be some subversion, like it'll be an old woman or something.
Denji with a guy best friend would kind of be funny. But I don't want to. Guys are gay.
Okay. If I get to choose one thing, it would be to just literally bring Pow back as like it looks the same and it's like the same person, and for some reason she's back. That would be funny.
But, personality.
Yep. Looks the same personality. Same, not just maybe without memories or even with memories. I think it would be kind of funny. Just to have a
Power
did the story.
Power was a fiend, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. So who knows? When are they coming back? I don't know. If I would have guessed, probably like the last chapter of part 2, but who knows? Maybe never. Yoru wants eternal death, but Yoru has been in the Age Devil world, so she knows that people become trees, so her plan is destined to fail. Yoru is either retarded or has a hidden plan. She could just be really dumb. I would buy it. Eternal War. The blood, and also like, also she could just be short-sighted, you know. The Blood Devil will probably just be a devil this time, right, instead of a fiend. Well, we don't know. Wouldn't it be funny?
An idiot with outdated talking points.
Wouldn't it be funny if during this big fight the Blood Devil does come back and they die and they have to like possess a body again and it's like they're a fiend again because of this final fight? That'd be very funny.
That is how fiends work, right? A devil
like that,
gets killed and it has like a spirit or something and it goes into a nearby dead body.
Well, I don't know about that. I think it's like it's just really weak or like on death's door and like goes into this body or something like that, right? I don't quite know.
Oh no, it's probably just you're a devil walking around, and if there's a dead body, you can choose to become a fiend, but you probably usually don't want to. I don't know.
There must be. Wait.
They probably explain this in the chapter Powers introduced in.
Yeah. I think it's like it just possesses a corpse. What does that mean? Is a devil that has taken over a person's corpse? What does that mean? It's like a weak devil? Like it's literally a devil that's inside a corpse? Or is it like what is it? Can there be a devil and a fiend at the same time? Like probably not, right?
No.
Yeah, but look, fiends are devils that have taken over a human corpse as their last resort to survive. So it's like it literally is a devil. It's just like really weak. It's like
but Aki was the gun fiend, right? Because the gun devil just got beat up by Makima.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're fighting someone strong, it can be a strong one.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
Like the violence devil was the violence fiend, right?
Yeah.
Violence is pretty strong. He tried to kick the darkness devil.
Oh my god. There is also a type of condition in the series. Oh wait, sorry, Yoru. Okay, we don't know if Yoru is a fiend or not. True. All right. The Blood Devil. When are they coming back? Who knows? Is that it? Oh no, Us as Dad. We already talked about this, and that's it. We did it. We made it to the end.
We figured out nothing, but we sure did say some things.
If there's one thing I am the most going to make my strongest prediction, it's probably going to be the Fear Devil or the Terror Devil is going to descend next chapter. That's my biggest prediction.
No. Darkness Devil coming back.
Is there anything else strong that I feel strongly about?
Miri Sugo, apparently, you fucking
idiot.
Yes,
I feel strongly that this is Miri Sugo. The Reddit comment convinced me. And
Redditors don't know a fucking thing about fuck.
And I think it would be interesting if Yoru's plan was like some subversion. I don't know about sex or whatever, but it could be something interesting, but I'm not that confident on it.
What the funny part is Asa's reaction to it is stupid.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Like she's overestimating how dangerous it is. Or she thinks that everyone else will see it as bad as she does.
Personally bad.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah.
The sex thing is funny. I had never even considered that.
Indeed. Say whatever you want to say about Yoru. I do agree with her about one thing. I too am in love with with America. Nukes are sick. Well, nukes are. You know that Oppenheimer movie? That was a bad movie. Oppenheimer. No, it was like a 3 out of 5. You know. I was trying to give an Oppenheimer reference, but it is what it is. Anyway.
EliteAri thinks the great warning at the end of that movie that chilled me to the very core of my being was stupid.
I believe we did. True. Okay. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. This is for the video. Make sure to subscribe and go to the secondary ENT channel, which I'll link. Exactly. I'm linking it in the description. where we talk about Chainsaw Man every week for the next, I don't know, like I'm gonna guess like what, 12 to 22 weeks. I would imagine there's gonna be that many more chapters left. So yeah, say the thing, Kyle.
Below, thanks.
All right, wonderful. All right.
My goodness, what a Chainsaw Man affair that was.
Yeah, that's our longest Chainsaw Man thing in a while, I think. All right.
The last one was like an hour and 20 minutes, you fucking idiot.
I think this was like an hour and 20 minutes. We'll see.
No, the laptop isn't even 1 battery warning yet.
Barum used a flamethrower instead of using his devil form. He probably wanted a quick death without fighting. True, yeah. He was planning to die. He wanted Denji to kill him quickly, but he didn't, so he just ate him alive.
Where are all these great comments on our great secondary ENT videos, Mr. Ghost have? The hell is this?
True. Do we get a new one as
We
well?
got Chainsaw Man fans here.
No, we still got 3. Damn.
You should take Chainsaw Man spoilers out of the title now, EliteAri.
No, we're going to watch this.
Oh, what are we watching?
37 minutes. Katana
is it this Katana Man thing?
What the hell
Obviously,
is this
has to be 100% recap, right?
Well, yeah, no one's talking about Katana Man for 40 minutes.
Aw, try me, pussy.
Well,
I could do it. Maybe this guy is as talented as I am.
All right, let's watch a little bit. I think we'll get the impression of if it is or not.
Did you see my footy ENT video? It was only 6 minutes long, EliteAri. Were you proud of me for doing a succinct and little video?
You know what I did? I looked it up and I thought, man, I don't care about sports at all. I don't even care if it's short or long. You will never make me like. I might watch your Pokemon videos. I might watch your game videos. I'm never watching a sports video. Okay.
I didn't say anything about watching it, you idiot. I just thought you would compliment me on my similarly short videos to your videos.
I would never compliment a sports video ever. So yeah. All right.
Zenith fiction. Words with as many definitions as there are people out there. For me, they all point towards one character, Katana Man. And yeah.
He said Zenith, meaning the best. That was like a cool little bit of a thesaurus he did.
Oh, I thought you meant like the Mushoku Tensei character.
But Witness is me trying to explain the greatness of a character most people consider to be a decent villain and an annoying side character to the best of my ability. And let me be
This
clear,
guy's hilarious.
Some of you can't
I do like the cutouts at the back. That's cool.
Separate fiction from reality. Just because you like a character that's a bad person doesn't make you a bad person. I don't agree with
Oh my god, it's the Ciclet thing. He's haunted by Ciclet. Tick it off on the bingo sheet, guys.
Oh my god.
Ciclet is a bad guy. Ciclet, we hate that guy.
He's saying that it doesn't make you a bad person, okay?
Katana Man does.
Yeah, but the reason he has to clarify it is because
true.
he's got Ciclet on the brain.
Yep. For your information, Mappa released a trailer for JJK first couple of episodes on movie theaters. Wait, I think I watched this trailer, didn't I?
I don't know. Maybe it's a new one because the movie came out 11 hours or 21.
That is true.
23 hours ago.
But I still love him. Got it? Okay. Spoilers ahead for both the manga and anime, but you already knew that. Most of what you're about to see are my own reflections and opinions, but I got help on certain parts from Deep Fried Boomy and Madcap33 on Twitter, so if you see...
Wait, how many followers did they have? Let's see.
Bro, I can't understand this guy.
Wait.
Most of what you're about to see are my own reflections and opinions, but I got help on certain parts from Deep Fried Boomy.
Okay, 1,400 followers, pretty small.
And Madcap...
1,900 followers, pretty small. All right.
That's pretty big, you know?
So if you see their tags in the bottom right, know that it doesn't come from the depths of my empty dome. Oh, and be sure to follow them. They're linked below.
You know what? I really don't care about Katana Man, but wait, let's see.
Wait, let's let him start, for fuck's sake.
Katana Man is a character in Chainsaw Man. Duh. He's the first real antagonist Denji has to face, and can be seen in almost every way as the anti-Denji.
What about the little slime devil or something from chapter 2? What about the zombie devil from chapter 1?
This early. It's what the rest of this video's for, but I think he can be summarized pretty
What do the timestamps say?
So we got What's His Deal, Design, Play-by-Play, so we got a nice recap, I guess. Anime, oh my god, let's see.
Keep telling me the timestamp.
Wait, anime.
The Chainsaw Man anime.
You can let it play.
Wait.
For some godforsaken reason.
What? Did he complain about it? Wait.
Dress him for that.
No, he said he's on your side.
Oh.
You know. The Chainsaw Man anime is a divisive topic for some godforsaken reason.
True.
I really love it though. The only gripes I have with it are so minor that it doesn't affect my overall opinion.
Yep.
But does it change much when it comes to Katana Man? No,
it's
not really.
Funny, it's not
He's voiced
quick,
by Wano Daiki in
it's
Japanese
boring.
and Jason Marnoka in English, both doing stellar jobs at it. Both bring that dark, grumbling, monotone vibe that you get from him when you read the manga. They really sell the fact that this is a grown man beefing with a high schooler.
Sure.
The other dubs are also probably good. I've not bothered to find them though. but the actual anime itself keeps almost everything in regards to K-Man as close to the manga as possible. Sure, not every panel gets adapted one-to-one. His hybrid form reveal and Daising Aki both have more aura in the manga, and the close-up of his face when his family jewels are being shattered are skipped. Those are all pretty minor, all things considered. There are, however, two bigger ones. The Aki vs K-Man fight is one of the most heavily criticized parts of the adaptation, and I can see both.
My understanding is this Aki versus like Katana Man fight is like the highlight of the show for almost everyone. Like it's the best episode, it's the best fight. Like it's I don't know.
Sucks.
Okay, that's my understanding though, at least the public perception of it.
Sides. On the one hand, the fight in the manga feels really nimble and agile, with some panels not.
Oh, this is going to be complaining about the meta aspect, yeah.
Oh, I have seen people complain about that, but that's like, if you, yeah, there's
going to be a
group
me
of
and Nate
people
were complaining about that before the anime even came out. Don't worry.
Medium. But on the other hand, the anime version has some real weight to it and highlights Katana.
Wait, I saw like there was a post on the anime subreddit like glazing this fight like today. I saw this recently. Let's see if we can find it.
I remember it so little, I thought we were talking about the fight on the train.
No. I don't think anyone like... Actually, some people do like that a lot, actually. Good point. Am I crazy? How long ago was it? Was this like...
How about you Control F, you fucking idiot? You
I don't know what it was called. It was like...
Chainsaw Man.
There's no way it was this far down. Well, no Chainsaw
Who goes
Man.
on r/anime?
It's actually
Look at
crazy.
this idiot
It just keeps
recent
going and going.
Blind Wave, r/mapper.
Hey, I only look at this on stream. Okay. Well, you know what? I don't think it's here.
Mr. Gems has come back. We've been live so long.
Well, he's back early because it's only been an hour and a half.
Look who's still live, Mr. Gems said.
True. Trailer came up yesterday. First couple of episodes of next season, by the way. Well, I can't react to it because they blocked my last reaction. Katana Man is basically reverse devil. Uses clean clothes of high standard. Grew up rich and his teeth are straight. His attacks are clean and with technique. True, I suppose. Kyle, please make an official statement on somehow radicalizing 2 of your 7 viewers into designers.
So I assume we're obviously talking about the Great Ciclet here, and I think Miller the Killer. Who's the other one?
It has to be, I assume.
Is it EliteAri? He does watch Destiny.
Issues.
Oh, EliteAri, can you believe Destiny didn't get shot today?
That is true, but it did get demonetized. But,
yeah, I did see that.
Issue solved by using old Reddit. That is true, actually.
No, I've never used old Reddit in my life.
I've used it for something. I don't know what it was, but I have used it at something. Okay. You know what? I'm not gonna find it, but
Katanaman's lack of skill better. Both have their own strengths and weaknesses. The other difference is the beginning of Chainsaw vs. Katana round 2. It skips the transformation part and goes straight away into K-Man launching himself and Denji out of the building. And instead of landing on top of the train, they first wrestle a bit on the rooftops before getting on the public transport. At this part in the manga, Sideburns kicks Denji.
Alright. Parallels.
What's the
K-Man's appeal.
Can we talk about
what does Twitter think?
That's
a large section.
Twitter.com.
And then future.
Click on the Twitter part.
And then outro. Yeah, let's see what this.
Oh my god, that was a One Piece spoiler you just went over. That was funny.
Wonderful. I love the set. It's a good idea. Like have all the things printed out.
What a bitch is great.
So far, I've only.
Oh, this isn't gonna be funny Twitter. It's the people he shouted out at the beginning.
I doubt it.
On this guy, my own. But to be able to call this.
Oh, Heath is talking about Anne, not Miller.
Oh, okay.
I didn't actually look at Anne's Twitter. I think I follow her.
What is this? Character analysis of Chainsaw. Oh, is this person? Oh, it is. Okay.
Able to call this the definitive samurai sword essay, I took the Zitter and asked the people for their takes on the big guy. I wasn't expecting much, but 50 responses. There's no way for me to give each of them equal attention, so I'll be prioritizing the people with the takes I hadn't thought of, or the people that follow me. Sorry, not sorry. But you now know what you need to do if you want to be in a future video. Love him, he's the best. I love to hate him.
I mean, for a 500 subscriber channel, this is a good video.
I adore him. That's my goat. I love that.
Footy Anti has 26 subscribers, and today we uploaded a great video to it.
I'm sure you did.
I wish I remember where I got this from, but I like the contrast between how his whole worldview is ruled by family loyalty and honor in opposition to Denji, being an orphan unrestrained by blood ties. This is a juicy one I missed. Denji's perpetual motion machine, constantly finding new family members and seeing them die before his eyes, yet always moving forward, contrasted with the Katana Man's eternal grudge, based solely on one dead old man. Denji's always looking forward, trying and failing, yet always getting back up again. K-Man's always looking back, blind to the people around him, and cursed into solitude by his own hand. To Denji, blood has no meaning.
Then how come he's a big Asa fan?
Is he? Wait, what? Where'd you get that from?
Yeah, he Asa, remember? He knows everything about her. From the television.
Huh. I actually
Because
don't
Asa was
remember that.
famous.
Yeah, she was famous.
Yes.
But I don't remember
He like
him.
she like is saying something about herself, and then he finishes her sentences, and then he says, "It's not like I know anything about you or like you or anything."
I love that, but I actually don't remember it. But very cool.
EliteAri doesn't know anything about Chainsaw Man.
How come some people pronounce Melbourne in Australia as Melbourne, but others pronounce it as Mevin? I don't think I do. I say Melbourne. I don't know.
Well, whenever they bring it up on the wrestling EliteAri, they say
Hmm.
Melbourne, Australia.
That is true. They do pronounce it like that. In America, that is. My God.
Oh my God, Cichlids here. You got
hasn't the Ethan Klein drama stuff got boring, Ari? Yeah, it's like kind of died down, I guess. There's not much drama going on at the moment. Even Katana head is opposite of Denji, sword in place horizontally and uses his hat instead of a helmet. Yeah, I suppose, yeah. You know what? Make the next one. Make the definitive Katana Man video, okay? Reach out to this guy as well and you can collaborate. Ask Kyle if for 20 quid he'd watch Midnight. I mean, I could probably convince Kyle to watch Midnight, but I don't know if we should do that. It's like a standalone episode of Doctor Who, but it's not really. It's like an interesting. Well, you might be interested. One day maybe we'll see.
Aren't they 30 minutes long?
It's probably like 40 something. I don't know. It's like somewhat short.
$20. I'm not accepting yet, but I'll think about it. 20 quid. That's £20 EliteAri. That's like
that is a lot
$1 million Australian dollars.
Bro, you gotta get donation set up. 45 minutes. Take away the credits and the intro. And
I think they are set up.
True.
I ain't doing $20 for fucking Gurren Lagann though, Mr. Jim.
That's a long show.
I think if you offered me that, no, I probably would do it for $1,000.
That's a lot of money for one show.
But it's a whole fucking anime. I don't want to do it. I would just. You want to know how little I want to watch Doctor Who at the moment? Jesus Christ! Imagine if it was Gurren Lagann.
Yeah. No, but Gurren Lagann's good. You'd like it.
I would like it.
Yep.
But I don't want to.
True. Katana commented he follows her. Huh? Katana commented, follows her, Asa. He reads her poem, or read her poem. Denji wants her for her body, and Katana simps for her feelings. Oh. Take away the intro? Never. That is true. We wouldn't take away the intro. Unless I was Rop from Blind Wave, and I gave Kyle an edited version of the Doctor Who episode, and I was like, man, don't worry, I cut out all the bad spoiler stuff, and all the intro stuff and everything.
Okay. My goodness, all those Naruto OPs. Well, we got to think about whether or not we're going to let EliteAri watch Naruto OP.
I mean, of course. Why wouldn't I?
No, there's going to be spoilers in some of them.
Oh, no.
And no watching the episode previews. The normies did it, and they got in big trouble.
I think this is it. I'm curious, what other videos do they make? Small channel.
Also, since Cichlid is here, EliteAri, you want to tell us about Hollow Knight?
I mean, what can I say about it?
You hate it?
Have you started playing it?
Absolutely not.
All right, well.
EliteAri started playing this.
I have indeed. I've started Hollow Knight. I've played a little bit. I did for a second. For a second there, I sat there and I was like, you know what? Maybe I should stream this. Like, stream it on like a unannounced, like I'll do it on an ordinary Ari with like without like any, like I'll just do it unlisted or
something.
Game's
like 30 hours long. That's a lot of streaming.
No, even just like the first time I played it or something. But then I thought I can't be bothered, and I hate streaming games, and I did it once with Astroneer. I never want to do it again. So here we are.
It was like your first stream, and it traumatized EliteAri because
Miller
the Killer made him read One Piece or something.
No, because no. We're talking about the time. That was Satisfactory, and that was different. I'm talking about on YouTube. It was a stream that I think Miller was the only person there for, and I reacted to Totally Not Mark talking about like Dragon Ball GT or something like that, and I was like, oh, okay. It wasn't that bad. I don't want to do it again. I want to focus on the stuff instead of playing a game. There are no major spoilers for Naruto. Everyone knows Naruto becomes ninja president. I don't even know what that means. And he has a son named Boruto. I know Boruto. That is true. He has a son. I assumed it was his son. And he looks... Wait. Okay, no, Okay. I think that... I'm pretty sure Naruto is in Boruto. But also it might not be. Because I know there's a really, really ugly looking blonde guy. But he like doesn't look anything like Naruto. But I feel like it has to be the only... Like, who else could it be? He like he looks like enough like Naruto that it has to be him.
One guy.
Yeah, in Boruto. I don't want to Google it because it might be Naruto. I'm not sure. Or it could be like some Naruto
Keep
like
your
family
fucking
member.
mouth shut.
True. Yeah.
We might have to just time him out for 5 minutes.
Amen.
And also, I'm pretty sure you can figure out pretty easily that, like, the biggest death is going to happen because the opening makes it very obvious for Naruto Shippuden OP6.
Recently, I
So,
got successfully...
you don't know nothing, Mr. Gems. Oh my god, I haven't watched this video, EliteAri. I want to find out about Twitter.
Twitter doesn't understand animation. True.
It's because they say something old should be bad.
It's probably anything in Ikemoto's grotesque art style. Oh, is that's a Boruto meme? I understand. All right.
Rage baited on Twitter, so I'm making a video to recoup my loss.
This was animated in... This is a screenshot, by the way. This was animated in 1987. 1980s anime is a very powerful argument against the notion of progress. We do not have anything this nice today. That is true. Gunbuster's like one of the best looking things ever. When did that come out?
I'm pretty sure that's a screenshot of Akira, isn't it?
No, but like the 1980s or whatever. Wait, this is Akira? Ew.
Maybe not, actually. Because I think Akira is 1990.
1988. This was when anime peaked. We never beat anything like this again. All right.
You know, it peaked in 2004.
What happened? What was in 2004?
EliteAri is trying to process.
The Gurren
it's pretty
Lagann?
obvious. Comparing what EliteAri
Oh,
just said he
Naruto?
liked, and you know where I was.
No?
Wait, Naruto was 2003, I think.
I don't know.
Fucking Die Buster, get your fucking clue,
Oh,
you
Die
fucking
Buster.
moron.
Yeah, that was not good.
Might
But
be
that's okay.
2006, by the way.
Yeah.
No, I think it was 2004.
True. All right.
Today, we're talking about animation.
Remember the last episode was black and white?
In Buster, yeah, it was sick. Oh my goodness. And it was like in the future. Yeah, it was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That was a really good show.
The tweet that's responsible for this unhinged rant that I'm about to go on is actually a two-parter. The original...
I
and the
follow
tweet.
that Twitter account, I think.
Retro anime?
I see retro anime constantly, like
Alright.
every day.
This was animated in 1987, and it's above a 30-second clip of a dude in a mech doing all the basic checks. And yeah, it looks good, but...
It's probably
this was
Pat Labor
animated in
now that I think
1987.
about it.
I'm not liking the JJK spoilers, okay? If I get a panel fleshed up here and it like ruins the manga for me, I'm gonna be not happy.
Not really how animation works. One thing you have to understand about animation and art in
cares?
general is that the concept of aging doesn't really apply. You have countless paintings that were created hundreds.
This is... Wait. Okay. Maybe not for animation, but the styles certainly age. If you look at like any of the old Disney movies or whatever, you're like, man, this is like... I don't like this. Or if you look at like...
No, you look at it and you say, this is the coolest
Or
thing
if you
ever.
look at like Perfect Blue and you're like, man, these colors look washed out. Like, I don't... It can definitely age. I don't know. Maybe not the actual animation, because the animation can still be like impressive or whatever technically. I don't know.
I mean, the
Thousands of
descriptor that we refer to as aged means it's aged, but it's not emblematic of it being aged. It's like, it's just because that was the style of that time.
Yeah, and like, but society has moved on from liking that style, right? Like en masse, I assume, right?
Yeah, well, I see that coincides with it changing, I guess.
Like if
I
you
know
look
which
at,
one feels
there-
like for it, or just digital makes it look a little different.
there's probably a lot. Well, actually, I don't know. Actually, never mind. I was gonna say something really dumb. I think, which is that I was gonna say there's probably a large portion of modern anime fans who would look at old anime and think it's bad because it's old, like visually, and say like I don't like that old
Of
style.
course.
No, however,
There was a video about
That's-
this recently.
mm,
They got in big trouble.
that's probably not the case. I think it's probably people who don't watch much anime probably think that, I would assume.
No, because even I, like, whenever Shaves made that video about Ashita no Joe, which is a 70s anime show, I remember who loves old stuff and everything. I saw that,
Mhm.
that footage from that, and I was like, well, this looks a little yucky and old.
Hmm.
But, like, by the end of the video, I was, like, in love with the art style. And then when I see Aim for the Ace, or whatever that show is called, and that's like a
Mhm.
68 show or something, and it's in the same art style, I'm like, oh, I gotta watch this fucking shit. I think it is just a getting used to it thing, probably. It's kind of, people say this about One Piece too, where they're like, One Piece is the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my life. And
Mhm.
everybody seems to think that until they actually read One Piece, because they get used to it, I guess.
Yeah, no, that's probably right. Yeah.
Which is why it's just art style. But what this video really is somebody that likes old anime trying to make fun of people that only like new anime. And EliteAri likes new anime and thinks old anime is going to usually be worse. So he's the...
Wait a minute. No, I definitely don't think
And
that.
we're arguing around the
No,
point here.
That's definitely not true. I think modern anime looks fantastic. I think a lot of the
Sure, it's
popular
true,
old
right?
anime also looks fantastic. I don't know about the common like anime that was not that popular.
I'll
back
show
then.
you
I don't watch
Pokemon
one of it.
27. It
Like
looks
I'm
terrific.
trying to think, like all the old stuff I've seen looks amazing. Like Perfect Blue looks really good.
Yeah,
Gunbuster
episode
looks really
55.
good. Evangelion looks really good. Cowboy Bebop looks really good. Utena I think looks really good too. Like basically everything I've seen that looks old looks really good. But yeah, it's like super popular stuff I'm watching.
What about Serial Experiments Lane?
Yeah, exactly. That also looked really good. That's not that old, right? When was that?
1998, I think.
Damn. Okay. I guess it is pretty old.
Same year as Cowboy Bebop.
Yes. I can't believe the Naruto franchise was passed on to him. Did they get like a bad manga author or something?
Well, yeah, Boruto isn't written by the Naruto guy.
That's crazy. You been enjoying the new
It literally
Incredibles
is the
fandom?
GT situation.
What does that mean? There's
Huh?
a new
What did we
Incredibles. Ciclet says you been enjoying the new Incredibles fandom. Fucking cool as shit. I don't even know what that means. With the Incredibles, the movie?
I got no idea. Ciclet's a weird
Alright.
guy, right?
You also can't upscale old anime well. Well, tell that to the AI that I'm sure could do it if it tried, okay? But we need to give it the power to it to do it. I haven't seen an anime this year where the car is not CG. True. Probably true.
Who said that?
That was Gustav.
That's an old Trixie talking point. Pretty epic.
Ciclet says, if they don't have the OG master... Oh yeah, if you can't upscale it if you don't have the master. Like, I swear some Blu-ray upscales of old 480p anime looks like a shittier. True, that's what the Perfect Blue upscale looked like. It was like, oh, it looks the same, but like kind of pushed out. Ciclet, that's fine because the best way to watch old anime is on a CRT at 360p. Apparently that's what people say, but I do doubt that. I swear that's not a real resolution except on YouTube. Also, fuck, in the UK and Australia, our anime DVDs are sped up. I have heard that. I mean, that's the case for like all like TV or something, right? Nothing you say is dumb, EliteAri, just improbable. True, very true. Ciclet says early digital anime is bad looking, like mid to late 2000s anime. He's talking about Die Buster here. That's fantastic.
He's talking about the great Black Lagoon, the great Death
True.
Note, the greatest looking anime of all time, the great Steins Gate, even.
No, that's like 2011. It's a bit different.
Steins Gate, Black Lagoon, and Death Note all look the same.
That's definitely not true. Of the three, oh, I don't know. Death Note probably looks Death Note looks really good, like visually, but I think Black Lagoon might be the most like when I think of it, I'm like, man, it was impressive, or it like looked like hard to make. Or whatever.
Steins Gate has the best sequences. Death Note is probably directed the best.
Yeah, that's probably true. I don't know. They're all good and different. All right. The cheap shit mapper raised the bar. True. They do nice digital effects nowadays. True. Common anime these days probably look more disgusting than common anime from the 70s and 80s on average. Maybe because there's like more money going around now, potentially. So it's like they can make, or like there's more profit to be made now. So it's like easier to make cheap stuff to make a lot of money from it or something. I don't know. 70s and 80s was peak OVA, right? Back when Japan actually had money or something.
I don't think people consider I don't think that there is any 70s OVAs, right? Because the home video market didn't really exist. It's more like 80s and 90s, I think.
Oh god, I have no idea. Oh, here's that trailer that I think Gustav was saying. Interesting.
Stop saying Gustav as Gustav. You didn't play the French game. That's the main character in the French game, EliteAri.
Hey, you didn't play it either, so I don't know what to tell you.
I'm 18 hours into the French game, you fucking idiot. What do you think? I'm talking about Hollow Knight right now?
We haven't finished it yet. Someone found hidden audio in the Incredibles 2004 DVD of all the supers that just got killed by Syndrome's droid. Now there's loads of fan content on random no-name supers. That's kind of cool. It's crazy.
I don't remember that movie enough to remember any of this.
It's crazy there's been an explosion of Incredibles media. Ugliest show goes to Vinland Saga. Fuck me.
True.
No, I like it.
Man.
Also, why are you insulting Studio Mappa right now? Well, you're talking about season 1. Okay. Those average Uscalad animation shots. Okay, so that's season 1. So we hate Studio Wit. True. A flat man. And then Gustav says, Space Adventure Cobra is amazing. Cowboy Bebop is based on that. Same for Devilman Cry, Dante, Space Dandy, and JoJo Whole Horse. Okay, I know Whole Horse from JoJo's. I've heard of Dante. I don't know who he is though, but I know him. Hello, Ari. What is this? All right, no spoilers, please, for Mushoku Tensei. Hello, Ari. This isn't a request, just a question. Will you still make another Mushoku Tensei analysis like the anticlimactic one? Thanks. Yeah, I will. When the anime comes out, I'll probably make. I have like a bunch of ideas. Some that are actually probably pretty novel. I just don't want to make them. I don't want to make my channel a Mushoku Tensei channel, but I will. I'll make some more videos. I thought Wit did season 2. No, Mappa made season 2. That's why we love Studio Mappa. Wit made season 1. Oh, okay. Twitter doesn't understand animation. True.
That were created hundreds, thousands of years ago, and they still hold up to this day. New
EliteAri, I should have spent all this time drafting my great anime men defense video on you. You should have told me what you thought about all my talking points, but the laptop has gone flat, so we don't have time for that.
Oh my god, Chainsman is over. He's dead.
Oh yeah, that's a sufferance video. We should watch that. It's gonna be retarded.
Yeah.
Routinely study and learn from the old masters. Animation, as me and you know it, is a fairly recent art form by comparison, which means we can't really go back all that far, but the concept remains the same. Good animation, regardless of the era, will look good. I can pull up a scene from Tom and Jerry made in 1940, and it's gonna have all the hallmarks of good animation. Squash and stretch, timing, the whole
Looks
works.
dated, though.
I got you.
God,
This
these
one
fucking Looney Tunes things look so good. I know Tom and Jerry's and Looney Tunes. Everybody calm down.
Tom and Jerry's
But
really
God
good.
damn.
I don't know about Looney Tunes though, but Tom and Jerry is very good.
Looney Tunes looks better than Tom and Jerry. I'm almost certain.
Maybe.
sense because time period has nothing to do with quality of good animation. With that being said, animation has improved. To pretend that the 70s, 80s, or 90s are some sacred era where animation peaked is a statement that you can only make if you watch.
Oh my
the
god,
best of
this
that
is
time.
like
Bro's on my side. Oh my god.
yeah, it's not just the old good new
Yeah.
bad video.
period, and only the slop of today. Of course, you're going to come to this conclusion if you put Akira up against 7 Deadly Frames. It's just not a fair comparison. Are we going to pretend that
Oh
Demon
my
Slayer has
goodness,
bad
7 Deadly
animation?
Frames.
Are we really going to look at any single cut done by Vincent Chanzart and say that we have regressed? Most artists that continue to create will inevitably get better with time. A lot of those same animators making peak animation in the 80s or 90s are still around today.
Sure.
Yutaka Nakamura, for example, is an animator that had a hand in some of my favorite cuts in Cowboy Bebop. They still look incredible to this day, but you'd have to be willfully ignorant to say that his skill level has decreased or plateaued since he created these. Almost a decade later, the dude made one of the most impressive sword fights in animation history for Sword of the Stranger.
Sure.
Even more recently, his work on Freerun is downright gorgeous. Insane perspective, incredible clothing
It
animation,
is true. That free run scene is one of the coolest scenes ever.
as well as
You know
a
what's
full-ass
so
2D
funny about Freerun is the
Mm.
only screenshot I have in my mind is her on that very generic looking blue background. So in my head, Freerun is just like a cheap show that looks bad.
Gee,
Even
no.
though-
I've only seen
Which I've
13
never-
episodes of Free Run. It's a real good looking show. Like not
I
just
mean,
in,
it has to be. That has
no-
to be
yeah.
why it's popular, right?
no, not just in terms
Um,
of animation, but just like the colors, like the use of colors, the use of like just the art is like really good. The environments, like everything. It's like this. It reminds me of Mushoku Tensei where they're like traveling the demon continent, like that kind of stuff. Where it's like a really well built world with like really cool details, and it's a really good looking show. At least the stuff I've seen so far. But yeah.
But she was on a like Photoshop blue background one time, and that was a famous screenshot, so it looks bad.
That's probably true, yeah. But then there's this sick dragon fight. Oh my goodness, it looks so good. Anyway.
Larry, laptop's gone flat.
All right.
I can swap to the phone, or I can just watch.
No, I'll probably end soon, so just watch. Still waiting on Bacon to do his analysis.
Okay.
He said he was planning shaking my head. True, he's doing one, don't worry. What's your stance on censorship? I don't know. I don't have a strong stance on
But it's
it.
a big issue.
True. Currently working on my Why Griffith is Israel script. Okay, good luck, Sicklet. Mr. Gem's cool.
What a fella.
Yeah, that's yeah.
All
Sicklet,
right, I have
I'll
to hang
add
up
that-
now, Larry.
All right, see you later. Sicklet, yeah, I'll add that to my belief system. What's your stance on free speech? Why are you asking me this, guys? I don't know. It's probably pretty important, but I don't know what the limit should be. Mushoku Tensei's peak. Lesson on how you make a simple formulaic story spectacular by excelling in how to narrate it. World lore makes the story peak. I agree. Zod is the second best antagonist on Berserk after Griffith. What do you think of this take? Now, I'm not a big Berserk expert. Could I even name a single other antagonist? I don't even know. Like, there's obviously Griffith. There's the Count guy or whatever at the beginning. There is Zod. There's the random henchmen of like Griffith. One of them's a dragon. One of them's a silver shiny guy. There's the fairy girl from the arc where the kids are being kidnapped or something. There's the sea monster, the pirates. There's Ganishka. Actually, I like Ganishka a lot. It might go Griffith and then Ganishka, to be honest, and then maybe Zod after that. Is Charlotte, does she count as an antagonist? Probably not. I don't know. Who knows? That'll be my take. Probably Ganishka can be second. But Griffith is obviously... I mean, Griffith's my favorite character in Berserk, so... definitely my favorite antagonist. It's bad because it's 16:9. True, we hate modern aspect ratios. Go back to the old days. Can we watch some Merlin video essays? I haven't seen Merlin. Mertha Stan. I don't know what that is. Wait, Cichlid, did you take down your videos? How will I figure out how to get into the fire cave now? True. Temporarily so investigators don't see my YouTube channel. I'm in Mossad. I got a top 50 international law firm on my uni. Well done, Cichlid. I don't know what that means, so I'm staying out of this.
Gorgeous. Insane perspective, incredible clothing animation, and movement, as well as a full-ass 2D dragon for multiple cuts. That is, like, especially difficult to do in animation. That guy is a monster. Now, I know the post is broad in nature, so while animators like Nakamura might be exceptions, the rest are terrible frauds, right? Well, that's kind of what they want you to think. However, that's a flawed viewpoint. Nakamura was still an exception back then as well. Just like most industries, you're gonna have a majority of people that do a good enough job, while a small percentage excel far above the norm. What has actually happened is that there are more top-tier animators today than there have ever been before. Digital has made animation accessible to anyone with a tablet and a pirate flag, so you're seeing unprecedented amounts of talented people from all over the world create, whether it's fan animations uploaded to YouTube, or people working from overseas that manage.
All right, I've only seen 3 minutes, but true, this person's true. They know what they're saying. What is this channel? Why do I feel like I've seen this picture before?
On the third.
I'm hoping that I sort by popular and I don't see a video that I've hated before. Okay, good, JJK stuff, but I haven't seen any. Lovely.
To find a role in your favorite animes. The barrier to entry has been slowly being lowered year after year, and as a result, more and more talented people that normally wouldn't get the chance to work on these projects are actually getting hired. Everything I just said is a fact 1000%. If you have a differing opinion, you are just wrong. The thing about older anime, though, it also had the same problems. Because none of these rage baiters actually watch any of the shows, let's take a deeper look, shall we? I don't want this to turn into a let's shit on this animation segment. The team
We
of
love
people that
Death Note
made this sequence
music.
are all very talented, and visually, I think it's quite nice. With that being said, the quote tweet with over 200,000 likes is making the claim that we don't have anything of this quality anymore. So let's look at the actual animation happening here. We start out with a neat shot of the top part of the leg, gently
Easy, I could do that. Piece of cake. It's also really rigid, so it's like easy to draw. I could do it.
pressing down onto the foot.
It's just lines. Like, you know how easy lines are to move up and down? Oh my god.
But only the top part and the tubes are
Bro, Steam, that was like a literal like 2D effect I could do easily.
actually being animated, but it looks good and the attention to detail is great. Look at how this little knob turns clockwise and backs as the motion is done. The next shot is more detailed, and unsurprisingly, only the rotors are actually being animated. After that, we've got a hand clutching the control stick. Only the fingers, not even the full hand, are being animated. The following cut has even less movement, with only the display changing. Another super detailed drawing, but only the fingers on the comparatively less detailed person are moving. The fingers on the robot's hand are also way simplified, so that the animation is easier to make. Next up, all detail, no movement outside of the lenses closing and opening. A super quick shot where a cinder block with almost no detail is
It is true. It's just like people see the detail and they're like, man, look how detailed it is. It's like so detailed.
an opening. A super quick shot where a cinder block with almost no detail as well is crushed, and one more cut of only rotors moving left and right. A machine gun, you get the picture. While this is all super simple animation, in the context of what's happening on screen, it's perfectly acceptable, and most importantly, it makes sense. There's no reason for the entire mechanical body to be in constant movement. That's why the animators can spend a lot of time making the drawings look phenomenal and detailed. While the opening sequence does look good, even though the animation is limited, the rest of the OVA is average. Lots of still shots that endlessly pan, lower detailed mechs to make the sparse moments of movement actually look good, and plenty of off-model characters later, and what you get is a very average project. Let's go up a year or two. Potentially my favorite anime of all time, Legend of the Galactic Heroes, has some of the most mediocre animation I've ever had the pleasure of watching. Characters are usually sat there, with only their mouths flapping and sometimes moving their bodies to walk in and out of the scene. In the context of Legend of the Galactic Heroes, the limited animation is fine. The characters don't need to be exploding into impact frames every 10 seconds because it's a drama focused around humans. However, even in its action set pieces, they're never anything too outstanding, and I'll take most of anything from today over that. Good animation
Today
has
is
never been the norm.
currently gone
Every period has
2007.
had its Demon Slayers, its Cowboy Bebops, its Seven Deadly Sins, its Great Teacher Onizuka's. Anybody that makes the absolute claim animation was better in XYZ
Why do I know that? Great teacher. Is that the comedy one? No, I don't know what this is. Ay, ay, ay. I think Freerun needs to give some focus on fighters like Stark. Well, he got a cool fight in season 1, and I've only seen half of season 1, so maybe he'll have more. By the way, Berserk author commented in an interview that he based Guts' arm cannon based on Space Adventure Cobra. Cool. Didn't he die? Wait, I guess it was a while ago he gave that interview. This isn't even good animation, just good art, Lamau. True. Legend of Galactic Heroes mentioned let's fucking go. Okay, true. Too much rainbow vomit. We love colors.
here just has no clue what they're talking about. What I would consider to be the issue is oversaturation and art direction. Maybe that's actually what these people mean when they say that the animation today is bad. I find the look of your average anime these days to be pretty boring and uninspired. Super bright, highly saturated colors with no real thought put into them make a lot of shows feel very bland. Instead of a cohesive world, I feel like I'm looking at a toy promo. Regardless, this has nothing to do with animation quality. Animation is movement, not just pretty visuals. I will always personally prefer the darker, grittier look of older anime, but plenty of projects today can quite comfortably compete with the aesthetic. Frieren, Don, Chainsaw Man, these are all shows that I think have a beautiful
True.
visual identity that is on par with the older stuff. The bigger problem though, oversaturation. This is what I mean by this term.
We should put Licorice Recoil up there. The way I don't know what it is. I ranted about this in my video and my like ordinary Ari thing, and I just think Licorice Recoil looks so good. I don't know if it's the colors or the designs or something. It just looks so good. Oh my goodness.
Oversaturation. This is what I mean by this term. Look at the list of anime made in the year 1987. Okay. Yeah. Decently sized list. Now let's peep 2025. Oh. Huh. Year after year, more anime is produced. Animation companies today have gotten ruthlessly efficient at pumping out content. Since there's such a big demand for anime, they're heavily incentivized to spend less time making one thing look perfect, and instead on making something passable so they can jump straight into the next project. And since not every show is created equal, the vast majority of them will end up being slop. So while in 1987 you might have had a handful of good shows, OVAs, or movies, your pool of anime was also way smaller. Nowadays, even if the ratio of good to slop is similar or higher percentage-wise, it just feels like a never-ending stream of dog shit to find something good. But when you do find something good... Another thing. Have you noticed how every time a post like this is made, it's always a shot from a movie or a 50-minute...
True, that is very true. Bro, this guy's still yapping. By the way, Mira just confirmed in an interview that Kasuga enjoyed it. Is that true? My goodness. I hate color. Chainsman sucks. Did he sicklet? I mean, the manga, it's pretty clear she's having a great time. Well, there we go. All right.
OVA really makes you think. Anyway, I want to quickly talk about traditional versus modern animation. Whenever someone wants to give their opinion on animation and they bring up the term hand-drawn, 99 times out of 100, you're free to block them. Anything else they've got to
Oh my god. Okay.
say is probably just as stupid. Think about this term for 1 second.
It is interesting. Like, when I think of hand-drawn, what I actually... And I have no idea if this is the case. I assume they're drawn on paper. But for all I know, maybe they were drawn on computers back in the day too. I have no idea. But is he about to say that, like, you still draw with your hand just on a tablet now or something? Because, I don't know, that'd be a pretty dumb point, but...
Hand-drawn. How do these people think 2D animation is made? With their feet? ChatGPT? It's not 3D. There's no models, no rigging. A human artist picks up a pencil and they fucking draw.
I mean, maybe is what he's going to say, but I feel like when people say hand-drawn, they mean they didn't have the tools to help with the shortcuts or whatever, which for some reason they think shortcuts are bad or something. I don't know. I have no idea.
The act of drawing on paper versus digitally has some differences, but the core remains the same. If you gave me a regular pencil, I can draw the same thing at roughly the same quality as I would digitally. Digital provides nice quality of life tools like...
Well, you could... Oh boy. I don't know enough about drawing, but my understanding, and based on my very limited experience both drawing, like, by hand and drawing, like, on my iPad, the drawing on the iPad is, like, significantly easier and significantly quicker. Because of the fact that you can... Firstly, you can layer things, like, have different layers. You can move things without having to erase and redraw. And it's like, it's just, like, easier. Like, I don't know.
Digital provides nice quality of life tools like undos, liquefy, or being able to flip through the animation as many times as you want, thus eliminating the need to hunch over every time you want to preview it. But a skilled animator is able to create great work with both mediums. Take Vincent Chansard as an example. For his part in the Sukuna vs. Maharaga fight, he animated the majority of it digitally. However, when Maharaga gets launched into the water, rather than leaving it up fully to the composition team,
Something about watercolor or something?
the guy brings out the watercolors and does the whole thing himself. What we get is an incredibly unique sequence that perfectly blends digital with traditional. Digital tools don't make him a better artist, he's just that fucking good. Also, let me lean in real close for this one. Animators today, and those that animated in the 80s as well, a lot of them still animate traditionally. So this notion that modern animation sucks because it's no longer hand-drawn falls completely flat on its face. I think 3D is the biggest component in people's disliking of modern animation. And this one I can get behind for most anime. CG in Japanese animation isn't particularly good. Rather than it being its own art form, the way it's usually implemented is as a cost and time-saving crutch, which leads to it looking... CG in anime isn't necessarily new, it's been around and used since the day it came out, but no big leaps have been made in making it properly fit into any given anime. It's always very jarring to see, and usually the models themselves are never that good, so they look way out of place.
You know, the first thing I saw, firstly, there was like a period of time where when I was watching anime that I didn't know CG was a thing. But then the first time where I was like, man, this is some really good CG, was, and I wonder if it'll still hold up. It almost certainly would. Elder Centipede in One Punch Man Season 2. I was like, man, this looks really good. But now, what should be like the worst thing I've seen in my life? But now, in fairness, I'm really talking about his first appearance. So not this one, but like when he first shows up against like Metal Bat.
It's the giant.
It's so loud. Oh my goodness. I mean, I think it looks good. Like it matches the tone, the colors. Like I like it. Like, it doesn't even take me out even a little bit. Like, it looks real good.
Metal Bat will still be alive.
I don't even know. I guess the modern equivalent is like was the Leech Devil CG? I don't even remember. It might have been.
Back to the grind.
I remember this looked really good. Yeah, this is another really good one, I think. Show me the fight. Actually, I don't even know what's part of that as CG or whatever. But anyway. Okay. He had to explain it for the Brain Dead gut stands. It's painted on cells, EliteAri. You stupid? No, I don't know what a cell is. Perfect cell? Cell shading? It's also like, because you know how every accusation of Griffith is actually a projection of how Guts is, just like Israel-Palestine. Well, if you say so, Siglet. You should orient all of your opinions to be the exact opposite of this guy as a funny bit. This guy? Maybe. Ari, did you vote Bob Katter? I don't know who that is, and I don't think I did. I don't remember the last time I voted. I don't live in the right state, but Caber totally did. Oh shit, yeah, same accent. JoJo openings, good CG. JoJo openings, I like them for what they are. I don't know if they're good CG, but I like them. They look good. Hosuke no Kuni, my CGI beloved. Hoseki no Kuni. Oh, Land of the Lustrous? I've heard of this. She looks cool. Or is it a guy? I think it's a girl. I don't know. Cool. And of course, famously, we can tell if CG looks good from a screenshot, of course. It's interesting that that they always have to make CG low frame rate. Why can't they do CG Sakuga or smooth fluid? I mean, it probably just looks worse, I'd imagine. Like, maybe they've tried it, it just looks... I don't know. They have a reason, I'm sure.
This doesn't mean that Japan is 5,000 years behind technologically. It's just that not many shows are made with 3D in mind. Dragon Stampede, Beastars, To Be Hero X, all three of these shows have absolutely outstanding 3D animation, and that part of the animation industry has absolutely gotten better, and it's not even close. Into the Spider-Verse or Arcane are two super recent projects that put pretty much every other 3D animation over the last decade to shame. But we're mostly talking about 2D, which is a very convenient little trick these rats play. That's why I want to show some of these To Be Hero X clips, and I want any of you 43-year-old elitists to tell me, and the viewers with a straight face, that anime has regressed in terms of animation. So no, animation in 1987,
Am I crazy? Wasn't To Be Hero X a Chinese thing? Would I just spread that propaganda every time? Wait, To Be Hero X. I guess it is Japanese. Oh, a Chinese. Wait, I think I looked this up last time. Wait, it's a Chinese series co-produced with Aniplex. Oh, I guess it's like a mix then. Okay. Chinese and Japanese. Okay.
1972, 1940 is not actually better than animation today. Good animation from that time period can compete with good animation from today. However, overall, I think the skill level has increased as time has gone on. As always, have a nice day. Thank you for watching.
Hello, I am Josh, the superior content creator. We all know this. Recently, Orion has captured me, put me in his basement, right? But I'm allowed a single grape ration a day, which is nice, and I'm allowed to play nothing but Fear and Hunger and Farming Simulator 2016. It's a good life, but out of spite, I will say this. Do not subscribe to him. His name is annoying to actually pronounce, and, you know, my channel's better. Subscribe to that one. But, yeah.
Well, they're promoting each other's channel in their video. That's crazy. Wow. You should watch that video I sent. I sent you 2 Bob Kato videos for context. I don't want any political videos. Oh my goodness. Nobody cares about Kata, said Heath. He's still novel to me. Okay. I do recognize this guy though. He's the let a 1,000 flowers bloom. We're all like, yeah, but I'm not going to spend any time on it. I know that guy. Okay, I'm going to watch some of them, and then I'm going to leave because it's late. Okay. I got a video to work on.
Where are you going with the spade? I'm going to dig up your mother. You what?
Huh?
She's still alive, isn't there? She's still alive.
Well, all right. That was certainly something. Chainsaw Man's over, true.
Yoshida might be a difficult pill to swallow. I find it difficult because I wish there was kind of just happens. Some people...
Please, I hope my mic doesn't sound like this, but I feel like it probably does. Like the bass, heavy bass or whatever.
Logically, it starts to make more and more sense. Like anything that feels kind of trauma related that you haven't seen before, if anything, the full scale of darkness we haven't really seen before.
Wait, he thinks darkness is coming?
A very powerful devil, something that Pochita seems readily prepared
the
for.
Fear
I'm
Devil.
not sure what this devil is. First thought is maybe darkness, but
No,
the way they're hyping
Fear
it up
Devil.
seems like it isn't darkness, something new that we haven't seen before. If anything, the full scale of darkness. Again, not really sure. There's a lot of ways that you could use the darkness devil, bring them back, and actually have them be kind of influential. Even though Yoru is out here devouring devils and primal fears and yada yada, there is a possibility that you could rework that so it could be an actual fight, an actual issue. Considering we have to balance Pochita with death and Fami, whatever is coming out has to be of equivalence. Question is, where does it sit? Like, is it coming out on its own volition because the world is in tatters, or because public safety have spawned it as a switch, or is it something that Yoru could perhaps control? That's the issue. Public safety brings out a very powerful devil by getting rid of some of their most powerful members. I imagine that's the exchange that's currently happening. The
Ooh, maybe.
If Yoru can control that though, or at least devour it then control it, you have an even bigger issue on your hands. You're just giving her more of an arsenal of weaponry. My hope is that it isn't actually darkness and something else entirely. Something more
Fear Devil.
problematic, more of an issue. Definitely a primal fear, but something that we haven't really seen before. On a level of darkness, or arguably, obviously higher. I'm curious to see what public safety is trying to opt in though.
Alright, I don't care. What is this?
Alright, fine.
The anime tourism problem. Wait, why did you send this? Didn't you watch this? I already saw part of this.
Fine.
Fine, I'll do it. I'll sit down. I'll make my video. You know, I'll get 400,000 views. I'll just make all the money from it. Unless it's demonetized, I guess.
I'll talk about this.
I'll do it. I don't want to do it. You know, they made me do it. The discourse. Oh God, I hate it. It's so bad. But I'm here. I am adding to it.
Damn it. So normally I wouldn't make this kind of video, but I guess it's been blowing up in my mentions recently. So I figured I would maybe give my 2 cents on the matter, even though there has already been a ton of people who have made their own interpretations on the whole thing. But as the title suggests, let's talk about tourists. And now I don't mean tourists in the traditional sense of
True.
morally believe is correct or superior. It ain't gonna change for you. You are just one person who watches Japanese cartoons going against 70 years of history that was created by a bunch of Japanese.
Wait, what's he saying?
I don't know. Older anime are maybe boring to you, or anything different aspects that make anime. For example, you know, all of these like high school romances, or these questionable ages that some of these characters have, or some of the fact that, I don't know, older anime are maybe boring to you, or anything like that. Just try to understand and try to appreciate the culture and the subculture for what it is. Because regardless of whether it goes against what you morally believe is correct or superior, it ain't gonna change for you. You are just one person who watches Japanese cartoons going against...
I mean, it was like 6 people, right? In that video, it wasn't just like one person, but
70 years of history that was created by a bunch of Japanese people back in the 60s. Just enjoy those shows for what they are, and if you have opinions on some of them, I say, don't be afraid to express them. Because you know what?
Oh.
Everyone started off as an anime tourist. It's just that anime tourists back in the day were self-aware enough to maybe, I don't know, take a little bit of time to actually explore the medium before expressing their opinions about it online. And at the same time, we took our time to appreciate the medium for what it is, the art for what it is. Because at the end of the day, regardless of how you view it or not, it is an art. And much like any art medium, there's a history behind it, there is a culture behind it, and it takes a lot of time to, like, get your foot really into that realm. I mean, fuck, I've been making anime...
Alright. Fantastic. He's still novel to me. It's not political. The Lebanese one. Why everyone hates Joey. Lol. Wait, this guy? I don't know. This intro is cringe, but who knows? Maybe it's good. They hate the other guys. I hate this guy. But also Joey is like toes in the water depth anime YouTuber. Kyle, you're on like layer 4 or something. Mr. Gems is minty. Now, wouldn't that be crazy? I feel sick. That would be crazy. Oh my goodness. Alright. What's next?
I mean, you know, people are entitled to that.
Oh wait, I know this. This is the thing I was quoting. Also, I don't know if I can watch ABC News. I just remember that one time I watched one BBC clip and it got the whole stream blocked. But
Or proclivities, you know. I mean, let there be 1,000 blossoms bloom as far as I'm concerned. You know, but I ain't spending any time on it because in the meantime, every 3 months, a person is torn to pieces by a crocodile in North Queensland.
true. It is what it is. Oh, time-stamped. Oh, or Sky News. I might actually get like a block for this. I don't know.
At him.
Actually, I have seen this. He like got mad at the guy or whatever, right? I saw it on TikTok.
Oh, mate, don't say that because that irritates me and I punch blokes in the mouth for saying that. Don't you dare say that.
Oh my
my
God.
family have been in this country for 140 years, right? So you...
Bro's mad. Okay. Oh my god, guys, the iPhones came out. Last thing. Okay, last thing. Oh my god. iPhone. No, Apple. No, not ape. Apple.com/just.com. Guys, isn't this crazy? Oh my goodness. Actually, I'll do a poll right now. I want to know which phone looks the best, okay? How do I do a poll? Mod, start a poll. No, I'll start a poll. Okay. Which one looks the best? iPhone Pro. iPhone Air. Okay, we're going to vote between the 3 options. First, I'm going to show you, then we're going to vote. Okay, iPhone 17 Pro. This is important, guys, okay? iPhone 17, not Pro. We don't want the Pro. iPhone Air, not AI, Air. I'll say a good photo. Alright, whatever, we'll just go to the website. This is the 17 Pro, guys, okay? Option 1. Keep it in mind, okay? It's got these colors. It has this weird, like, I don't know what you call this, like this little weird section. It has like a camera that's like spread out or whatever. 17 Pro. Then we have the iPhone 17. You know, pretty standard. Where's the design? You know, pretty standard. 2 cameras, flat back, standard front looking iPhone. Alright, alright. And then we've got Where is it? The iPhone Air. You know, super thin, shiny. Where's the back? You know, really thin, shiny. Back's got like the single camera at the top. I don't know, that's the back. Now we're doing a poll, okay, guys? I need at least 3 votes on this. Which one looks the best? I think I said Ari instead of Air, but you got the point. iPhone Ari is iPhone Air, right? We got the 17 Pro. We got the 17. And then we got the Air, okay? 17 Pro. 17. Then the Air. Oh my goodness, what are all these comments? I feel sick. Kumochi Warui. You really, Shinji IRL Kyle, aren't you Lebanese, Ari, or Romanian? No, I'm Armenian. I thought he was Albanian. How's the Azerbaijan war going? I have no idea. He's none of those things. He's Cardassian. Are you okay over there, Ari? Ill. I'm good. Please send Ari $3 to feed him for 60 days. One like he was one prayer. Wait, hasn't this regressed? I thought phones had 7 cameras now. True. They all look like iPhones ever. No one cares about phones. I hate the lifted area around the camera, so the standard is the only good one. I mean, that has the lifted area, doesn't it? It's just smaller, but it's still there. Just getting Motorola. Show me again. iPhone Air. Oh no, iPhone Ari. True. New sponsor just dropped. Picked iPhone because they are all the same for like 99% of users. Cute and bubbly. As a man, I couldn't own these. Actually, you can due to intersectionality. iPhone Air is redundant since the protective case is going to make it normal thickness. That's the benefit for me, which is that, you know, I don't have a case. I just got my phone. I don't even have a screen protector on it anymore. So, yeah. Now, it looks like everyone, 80% voted for the iPhone. 20% voted for the iPhone Ari or iPhone Air. No one voted for the iPhone Pro. You know what? I think this checks out. The iPhone Pro, in my opinion, does not look very good at all. The iPhone 17, I think, looks fine. It just looks like every other iPhone. The iPhone Air looks fucking sick. Holy shit. Like, if I get one, I'm definitely getting this one. I just like how thin and cool it is. And it has that little sleek thing at the top. Oh my goodness. I love the iPhone Air. Anyway. How do I end the poll? There we go. Winner, iPhone. Congratulations. All right. I'm comfortable in my masculinity. True, unlike Griffith, right? Orange is very Valve core, I suppose. I'm going to hit your phone with a hammer, Ari. Well, I've seen tests of the iPhone Air getting hit with a hammer and it didn't shatter, so I think I'll be good. Thinner phone for celebrities to send sex pics. Maybe. I don't know what the celebrities are doing these days, but maybe. All right, that's it. I'm losing my voice at this point. Who knows when I'll be back? You know, typically for the past like month, I think I've just been streaming on Fridays, but maybe I'll stream more frequently. My next immediate goal is to get a scripted video out. Hopefully sometime this weekend, but you never know. Maybe it'll be next weekend if I take too long. And as soon as that's out, my scripted video, the next thing on my radar immediately is digest. So expect that. And I have a lot of interesting stuff that you're probably going to want to watch digest for. So keep that in mind. Why did you go to Australia? Ottomans. I don't know what that means. I'm in Australia because that's where I was born. I'm a celebrity. That's why he hates Hassan. What are we scripting this time? Well, you'll have to wait and see, okay? I don't know how many of you have seen the thing I'm making a thing on, so don't get too excited. Animal Farm? No, it's not about Animal Farm. All right. I was going to say, should be supporting Israel as an Armenian. I don't know anything about politics, okay? I don't look into it much. All right. Anyway. That's it. See you next time, guys. Which will probably be, hopefully, in a few days when I have a scripted video out. If you've seen the thing that the scripted video is on. All right. Bye-bye.